Oh no. What am I doing?
For having all these like technical difficulties, you still have a bunch of viewers.
I mean, they're here for you guys. Like, they're like, oh wow, pretty girls playing D&D. I guess I'll watch. And then Arnheim's here for
Oh
me.
dear God. I'm sorry, an ad just came on and blew up my headphones.
Oh wow,
Yes,
Kono?
I hate
Kono's in
that.
sync! It worked, Kono!
Yay!
Hey, Kono's the hero of the
Kono!
evening.
My fucking
Kono
man!
MVP.
Holy shit, Kono.
That was pretty awesome.
Just the hype in chat.
Oh my God, Sirgat, stop.
please. Yo, AM Divided, it is actually true, I do lift weights, surprisingly. You know?
My God.
Shocker.
My
Does Carolyn not realize, or can she not get in now?
Oh my god, Sirgat, please. Please stop. Oh my god. Yo, but like, this really is a very happy moment for me. The audio issue is fixed. Carolyn may or may not be back. We may be getting into like some productive time in this campaign tonight. It's just gonna be so good.
What, beating the shit out of like a huge giant isn't
I mean, it was
productive?
basically like Voltron though. Everybody was like, throw all of your stuff on the Kara, or not on the Kayla, on the Kayla. Kill the thing!
That was kind of convenient. Speaking of which, like, how long can she concentrate on haste? Because whenever it wears off, I'm gonna have to, like, take a second.
I was it to say, I think it lasts for a minute, and I know the rounds, what, 6 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me make sure I'm telling you correctly. Or maybe it was 10. One of them's 10 and one of them's 1. Let's see. Haste duration of 1 minute.
Okay, so, like, after the rounds in the chat, it's probably gone, so
Yeah.
at some point, Phaedron would have had to, like, take a second and just, like, breathe deeply, because it's, like, it's, like, the adrenaline completely leaving.
Yes. Yes.
Whew.
Carolyn's back. Oh man, Carolyn. The sync issue is fixed. Carolyn's back.
Yeah.
We're about to leave this goddamn dungeon. It's gonna be beautiful.
I have food.
God.
Exactly. Yo, Dave, like in chat, that was my understanding of the rules as well. As long as you are making a melee attack within 5 feet, it does not specify whether it has to be a weapon attack or a magic attack. So if you're trying to shocking grasp somebody, you could be like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking grab their head, boom, shocking grasp, they're unconscious, whatever. You know, like you could easily rule it so that magical melee attack could also be non-lethal damage. Back into the game. So you guys have just maybe made friends with the Hill Giant Chieftain. You killed his friend Bum Bum. And he pointed you towards the exit to the south.
So I guess I'll just keep going that direction and assume I'm going the right way. Light person, follow me. Come on, Michelle.
Like, guys, where are we going?
We're leaving. South, go south.
Finally.
Yeah, what are you guys doing with, like, the lady who was mopping up blood when you arrived?
I told I said, Flower Lady, come with us. And
Yeah. Fiona invited her to come. Phaedron gives no shits. We're leaving.
Or he doesn't give a fuck.
Thank God, I've been in this disgusting place for months.
What's over here?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a giant chair? Okay, yeah, they're just chairs.
There's a broken chair.
How did you meet all the giants?
I was captured by them after my temple was overrun.
What are these? They're
I've
pretty.
just been hanging out here ever since.
Oh my
They took us.
God, they took me too. They
Yeah, so
threw
as
me
you guys are
down
passing through, you see that there are statues lining alcoves on either side of this passageway. The passageway is paved with a marble that is not native to this area in huge slabs, about 10 feet wide by 3 feet long. And the statues themselves are also carved out of a sort of caramel-colored marble, and they appear to be of leonine figures that are bipedal, wearing scale mail breastplates and holding spears and shields in their hands.
That's cool. Is there some sort of check we can make on them as we pass by?
I mean, history or investigation. What are you checking for?
Gemstones?
Carolyn's checking for gemstones. I don't know. I think I'm gonna investigate just to see if there's anything like special about the statues.
I don't find any gemstones.
Yeah, so Phaedron, as you're investigating, you find the statues are crudely made. Even though they're carved of marble, you can see the obvious signs of tool marks on them, and they appear to have not been made by anyone with any particular skill in stoneworking or sculpture.
But they made them have lion heads. I'm still impressed. Alright, continuing on. Anybody else want to check anything as we go?
Nope.
Okay. I'm losing Belinda.
Uh-oh. Belinda?
Got me.
Huh?
I just try not to run over anybody, so. Uh-oh, I
Well.
lost my owl.
This looks familiar.
Yeah, Belinda, you would have killed these two half-ogres on the way in, hence the scorch marks and the bodies.
Gotcha.
Do I think we just want to go out? I think we just want to go out.
Michelle, don't forget what I told you earlier. Michelle, you motherfucker. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go out of my way to give you some interesting stuff to give to the party. And you were like, let's just leave. It's cool.
Forget it. Oh, guys, I think there's someone else here. Should we go look for him?
Somebody
All
else.
I know is, excuse me?
She said somebody else.
Yeah, I think they said, I overheard some sort of, I don't know, like conversation that there was some guy and I think he has pretty good armor. That's all I could really remember.
He's got a huge set of armor.
Oh, dear God.
Very
Do
high
you know
quality.
where
I
he
can
is?
remember the particulars. No, I have no idea.
Oh, we already
I
found
just
the
heard
huge
them
set of armor.
talking about it.
Oh,
No.
My God. He has a hefty club.
really, Byron?
Please
I'm,
stop.
I
Just-
mean, I'm just paraphrasing what Michelle is saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's all that's happening.
Anyways, we're just gonna be like, is armor all he has?
But that's all I overheard. I mean, I don't know him or anything.
Well, if he has valuables, might as well see if we could at least find his body.
Fine. Where do you know where they said he went, or where they're keeping him at all?
No, they didn't say. I just overheard them talking about him. I haven't even seen him.
Oh dear. Felina, pick a direction.
Left. Oh.
Should I make
Okay,
a, can I make
yeah.
a perception check?
She just ran off.
Okay, so
Not that
Belinda,
fast.
Direction, I didn't see where
Not
she went.
that fast.
yeah,
This
Belinda to
way.
the north, you see a Norse bed covered in stained and reeking sheets and untanned hides, a large chest, and a massive set of armor that appears to be made of extremely high quality steel that is entirely out of place. Like, giants in general, unless they're like frost giants or storm giants or one of the upper tiers of giants, don't tend to have particularly well made arms and armor. But this would be the equivalent of masterwork armor.
Nice.
I say, guys,
That's so.
I think this is it.
Well, I don't see anybody.
While they're talking, I'm going to check for traps. What is that one? Perception?
Perception to check for traps, correct. Chest, tell me your secrets. Yeah. So as you look it over, you find there's a very crude lock on the chest. That, I mean, you could basically pick with like a hairpin if you needed to. But you do not find signs of any traps on the exterior of the chest.
Okay, and what is it to pick the lock?
Dex plus tool proficiency.
Correct.
Right.
So dexterity, the check mark.
Yeah,
don't
dexterity,
know
then
why.
you add your tool proficiency with thieves' tools, which would be like a +3. Or
Right.
is
So
it
she could
3?
probably do the sleight of hand check, and it would be the same thing, right? Because unless she has expertise in it.
Yeah, I think she may have.
Rather than
Yeah,
that,
she
it
has
would be
expertise in sleight of hand. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, then no.
Okay, so dex +3,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this.
There you go. So 25.
And it'd be 25, yeah.
So yeah, like you just pull out like this elaborate set of like crazy looking lockpicks out of your bags of holding and jam them into the lock and just rotate them, like turn your shoulders in a circle to rotate the lock, and the lock pops and falls off the chest, and the hinge creaks open. You have to use both your hands to open the chest, and inside you find a single large leather satchel sized for a giant, so it's basically like the size of a tent for you. Piles of clothing, furs, like a set of, you know, horrible smelling leather boots. And at the very bottom of the chest you find a dagger that would be sized for a giant, which would basically be like a great sword for a medium-sized creature. That appears to be extremely well made and very as if it has not been used in quite some time.
Okay. So as she's like pulling all the items as he was describing them, she's just like throwing them over her head onto the floor for the things that she doesn't want. And then when she finds the quote-unquote dagger, but really would be a great sword, she's taking every inch of her strength to get it up. Get it out.
That's right. She's using all of her strength to get it up.
No.
And then she pulls it out of the chest and then pretty much clings it onto the ground, and she's like, "Look what I found." She cannot pick it up. She's like scraping the floor with it like she's some mighty warrior.
So you said it's like a really nice one, right? Byron?
Yeah, it is extremely well made, but it appears to have been, I mean, it's been in the bottom of this chest for quite some time.
Okay. I'm like, could be worth something. Might want to let me carry it though.
You could fit it in your bag of holding if you needed to. Like,
Just she has to hold it open while I like slide it.
Exactly. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and add that as a quote.
No.
Yes.
I had no other way to phrase it. What do you want from
She's
me?
gotta hold it open while I slide it in.
I'm glad your phrase went in there, not mine.
Yours went in there too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is there too. You know,
Anyway.
you know.
Oh, sorry. I was.
Where is it? Oh god. Anyways, moving on.
So, can
Well,
I?
she straight up hands it to you, Phaedron.
Okay,
Sorry.
so do we want to put it in the bag of holding or not? Real quick.
That's up to you. She hands it to you, so if you want to put it in your stuff, if you want her to carry it, she has no problem with that. It's just more of it. She doesn't want it.
Right.
So whoever can claim it, how we carry it out, is up to the group.
Creator
Put it
Max,
in-
thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Empire. Hope you enjoy stay with us. Good warm welcome and chat for Creator Max.
Well, welcome.
People also wouldn't know we took it. She puts it in there too.
That's true. I'm like, just until we get it out. Do I know that your bags are bags of holding though?
You know what they are. She does not know what it is. She
Okay,
found
but like I would have seen you using them long enough to
Yes.
realize that they're
Oh
okay.
yes. I mean, she
Okay.
was holding it up when she blew up that crystal. She
Right,
was
but I
twitching
mean
a little bit, so you'd have seen it.
that
then,
doesn't
but
mean that it's
especially-
infinite.
Yeah, but especially since you spent like months with her, you would have seen her using it, and she's like, "No, this is just an awesome bag," but you know exactly what it is. So.
Okay. I'm like,
Welcome, Final
with-
Farts.
awesome bag.
Welcome to the Empire.
Just open.
Hope you enjoy your stay with us. Oh my god, Mad Pagan with a $6.39 donation. Everything going crazy in chat. Thanks for the fucking
Really,
donation,
Pagan?
man. Really appreciate
Really,
it.
Pagan?
That's right. Wait, what are we at? No, he turned it to an even number. It's $70 now.
He did?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
even.
Then good job, sir. Well done.
Pagan with a donation hype. Thanks for the donation. I
Jesus.
really appreciate it.
Jesus.
Hitting you with some sick math right there.
That's right.
Anyway, I put,
If you
like,
add 639,
put it in the bag.
That's right.
Put it in the bag.
Okay, it's in the bag.
All right, what were you gonna say, Carolyn?
She's basically like running her hands up and down the armor, just kind of like.
Oh my god.
No,
Okay,
I'm
keep
literally.
no, keep going.
Shudder.
It's just getting better as the night goes on.
No, she's like trying to like figure out like, is there any way that like she could somehow fill this with magical energy? And
Oh,
in
me
the
too.
process of doing so, she's
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I need to fill this armor with magical energy.
I just see like my character looking at her like sideways, and she's just like, "Didn't you?" I'm sorry.
Now
I'm
I
sorry.
may
I'll turn my mic off.
I may be going about this wrong, but if I'm trying to imbue this with magical energy,
The magic of love.
how how,
How do you do that,
hard.
Carolyn? I will tell you.
how hard would I have to rub this some suit of armor?
Oh, are you serious? How hard? Kono with the $7.89 donation.
That hard?
Why is 7 afraid of 9? Oh no, why is 9 afraid of 7? Because 7 ate 9? That's what I'm talking about.
Kono.
Kono, thank you for the donation. Get some donation hype up in the chat. Oh my god. It's too good.
She's rubbing it so hard right now.
Yep.
How hard? I'm gonna put that in the quotes. How hard do I have to rub this armor?
Oh, but does my shocking grasp do anything?
Yeah, so like, yeah, I mean, lightning is dancing over the armor. Like, you see a blue energy field emanating from around it. However, you do not feel as if your attempts to imbue this armor with magical energy are successful. It's basically just like as you are channeling lightning into it, it glows slightly, and there's crackling bits of static leaping off of it, but there's nothing that's going to be long term. Oh my god.
Was Phaedron watching when this was happening?
She's right there. Pretty
Oh
sure.
man, I hope her back was turned. So I'd be
No.
like, hey Phaedron,
Nope,
I
I was.
think it's magical and it gives you extra strength if you touch it.
She nods like, yep, I'm sure it does.
My character's like, ooh, and going towards it.
I'm gonna shock and grasp this armor. Does it make it permanently magical? Come on, Byron, be reasonable. Be reasonable! That's all I ask.
I mean, I don't have whatever enchant armor or whatever the fuck, so I might as well try something.
What are you
Alright,
trying to do? Are you wanting to take it with you?
I want to like turn it into like a freaking mech suit, and you can like sit
I
in
want to turn it into a mech suit.
and you can sit in it, and you could be like Iron Man, but like in a suit of armor, and you're like sitting in the helmet or something. I don't know.
I don't think it's that big.
Well, close enough.
Dun,
Alright, is
da,
there
da.
anything else in this room?
I mean, you guys are hearing like loud footsteps coming from the room you just came from.
Oh, maybe we should leave. We got
Very
lost.
heavy
Here we go.
footprints.
Time to go. Time to go faster.
She wants to re-roll as a Warforged.
Jesus. Pardon.
So you guys are going to leave whatever captive is here. You are evil, so I mean it makes sense. Evil-ish.
There's no captive.
Morality gray.
Like, I don't. Like, we were
Like, there's a
literally
captive?
told.
There is
She
literally,
didn't say captive.
like, there is, you know, like, other pathways you could be taking aside from electrocuting a set of armor.
Gotta try it. Gotta try
I
it.
don't know. If somebody else wants to investigate, Phaedron will follow. But it's like,
We have to find the
nobody told me where to
guy.
go. What guy? You weren't-
The guy with the armor. Ooh, there's food down here.
Aw, Patty, your little Padawan is starting to try to become a full-on Jedi. Yeah, so as you enter this room, you find that there are shelves to the south stacked high with sacks of flour and other grains. There's a large table with foodstuffs laid out across it in crockery jars, and then there are huge barrels, like 1-ton barrels, stacked up against the wall that appear to be very similar to the wine barrel you found earlier that the ogre had availed himself of.
Very flammable.
Very flammable.
Ooh, donuts.
Oh, nothing good here. Moving on.
Those donuts.
No,
Giant
I
approaches.
realize
Oh, there's
that now.
food. Carolyn reactions all day long.
I can't
Danger,
see.
but there's
I
food.
can't see.
There's
Okay, now I can
But there's
see.
food.
more
What?
tunnels. With
Which
So like Ori's just kind of like
that way,
walking
apparently.
behind you, like, where are we going? Why are we not okay.
We gotta find the guy.
Gotta find the
Gotta
guy.
find the guy that has the things.
The guy that
She
Can I
probably
talked
do
does
like a
exist.
perception check to figure out if
Absolutely.
we
Make a
can tell
perception
where
check.
the guy is?
Please do.
Or like a history check to see if she remembers if they told her. Ow. Sorry.
Guys, it's dark over here.
Are we making
There's
perception checks?
rooms.
Yeah, so as you enter this
you
room, you
said
find that
it.
there are large, like, rickety beds made of lashed timbers, like whole felled trees, like, tied together with vegetable cordage, upon which there are straw mattresses that appear to be stained, covered with filth, and there are untanned hides heaped by each bed, as well as large chunks of wood. On the far side of the room, you see a large pile of basically rubble, stone, and then the neatly rounded pile of what appear to be like large, maybe 200 to 300 pound rocks that have been chipped and crudely filed into a spherical shape.
Boy.
Look, Adrian.
Mm.
I was about to say something really mean. Never mind.
There's a hallway.
What's she gonna say? If
Yes,
she's gonna say, you
and
better
Belinda,
say
as you
it.
walk down this hallway, you hear the sounds of hammers! A hammer striking metal, and as you round the corner, you see a man bare to the waist with a handkerchief tied around his head. He's heavily muscled and covered in scars, working over an open forge. He is apparently making manacles of medium size. And there are much larger size implements as well, scattered about the room. There's a pile of straw, a single water skin, and a bucket set in the corner. And you see that there is a steel chain attaching him to the forge that reaches about as far as the hallway out of the room.
I turn to everybody and I say, "Oh, guys, this is him. This is him."
He turns and looks at you and he's like, Jesus.
Hey, it's moving, you guys.
Burn it with fire!
What are you doing here, Zashira?
You wanna come with us? We're leaving.
He holds up these thick steel chains. Like, does it look like I can come with you?
You can. I can break that.
No.
Oh, no, mm.
How can you break this? What possibly could you do to break this?
Please don't let that be what I think it is.
Yeah, so Ori walks next to it and like points her hand down and tries to firebolt the stationary chain.
And I missed.
However, she just blasts like a grapefruit-sized crater in the floor. And he looks at her like she's insane and leaps back. And he's like, "What in the hell are you doing?"
Very smooth.
Hold still.
Well done. No, let's.
What do you mean, hold still?
let
She's
somebody else-
blowing holes in the floor.
I didn't tell you to. Oh god.
Please stop! What are you doing? He's like dancing away.
Okay. Can I like pick up part of the chain? Is it like anywhere?
Yeah, of course.
Like, 'cause you say it's, like, kinda long, you have to-
it's like at least 20 feet long.
All right. I'm gonna try to bring it. Like, okay. Is there any reason why a character would know that they're strong enough to possibly break chains?
I mean, you think you're pretty buff. Like, you know, I've done a couple deadlifts in my life. I don't want to brag or anything, but I won the Tri-County Fair. I'm just saying.
Because it's like, I would try to attack it, but a flail doesn't really work as well for this sort of thing, so.
He's just like,
Guys
he's
also know-
scrambling
Hold
back
still, do
into
it
the
again.
corner, like, terrified out of his mind. As
Understandably
crazy
so.
Dragonborn ladies walking up, like, blasting holes of fire, like, molten slag into the floor.
Pew pew.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna try to, like, nonchalantly, like, I don't want to draw attention to myself so that if I fail, they don't really notice.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to, just do, I guess, a strength check to see if I can break it.
Okay, make that strength check. That pure
Oh,
brute
definitely
strength. Oh my god. You are
No, you don't
reassuring
even-
this guy beyond all belief. Like, you're like, I'm gonna blow some holes in the floor here. I'm like, Phaedron walks up and takes the chain in both hands. He's a very serious look on her face.
I'm
He's like,
Matt, don't do that.
Or
Like-
he's gonna be like, oh, for fuck's sake, and just... if I can actually roll it, hold on.
oh, Jesus Christ.
So my character looks at the flower
You're
lady
just
and she's
chasing
like,
him around the room, like, more and more fire erupting from your hands. At first it was single bolts. Now it's like this huge fan of, like, incandescent flame.
Oh, wait, I forgot that!
He's
I
just, like,
forgot burning
crouched in the
hands
corner,
wasn't
like, his
just, like,
hands
shocking
over his
grass.
head.
I
Terrifying.
forgot, guys. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Fucking insane.
That was my bad.
However, like, yes, as Ori heats up the metal, Phaedron finally manages to, like, bend some of the links, and the chain is now free.
For her. I did it. She didn't.
Okay, question. Out of character. 1, was there a lock that I could have picked, and 2, I had shatter?
I was afraid for you to use shatter. Remember what happened with the crystals? You remember what happened with the crystals?
I know, right? Well,
You could
still-
make it. You could make the spell not hit us, but I don't try. Like he's got coals and like.
You know how they say, like, to like a hammer, everything looks like a nail? To Carolyn, everything's like, you know, we could solve this with fire, right? Like, we could do some fire thing to fix this.
Was there a lock that you could have picked? Because now I'm curious.
Yes, there is a manacle around his leg, to which the chain is attached.
Yeah.
Why don't you
She
go
was
pick it just so he
"I
doesn't
can
have a
help."
chain anymore?
She's like,
Ori
I
is
can help
tired.
you. And she's like, fire.
Fire, Phaedron walks up, is like, you know, I could flex out of these chains.
I was testing their thing. But seriously, I know like manacles is like a DC 20 strength check, so it was feasibly possible.
It's
Just
feasible,
unlikely.
you know? This guy
Worth
is
a try.
just
Worth
like,
a
he's
try,
just crouched
okay?
in the corner, his hands over his head, like the chain's detached at this point, but he is terrified of crazy
like you to
fire
know-
dragon lady.
Oh, I know.
That my
I know what you did.
6'6" would fire.
Enormous red scale, like, her scales are glowing like red hot, like embers in his forge.
So I turned to the guy and I cast.
Michelle's just like, no,
It's
don't worry,
okay.
guys.
It's okay.
I got this.
Everything is fine.
Time to make that sick charisma save.
These are not the psychopaths you're looking for.
Oh my god. What's the what's the DC of your spells?
Hers would probably be at least 14.
Does he see it? How do I find out?
She's
It's
like
8 plus
looking him
3
up and
plus
down.
your wisdom modifier, I would
My
guess.
wisdom
Or
modifier is 4.
so yeah, that would make it like a 15.
That's really loud. Please stop.
What's really loud?
My music. Holy moly. Okay.
Seriously, it's not even playing for me.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
I'd probably have to refresh or something.
My music is playing. Yeah, so as your spell settles over his body, he's like, "Oh, I was so scared. You're a very terrifying, horrible monster creature, but I think maybe it'll be okay. Maybe
No,
Maybe I
she's
should've-
she's like following him and like looking at him, trying to like, because she was told that he had valuables, and
No, you assume he had value.
you're like you play the same characters. Like, does he have shiny things? Are they shiny?
it's not that does he have shiny. Does he have valuable things? Get it right, Byron. They're not.
It's interchangeable.
She doesn't give a fuck if they're shiny. If they're worth money. They're
Yeah, so
And
he's like,
they're
well,
usually
maybe
So
if
when
it,
your characters like walk by, she was like, I was just gonna pick the lock, but what you guys did was so much better.
I
She's
know, right?
like,
High
"Black."
five.
High fives. She's
Well,
like
low
as
fives
high
for
as
me.
she can. Yeah.
It just kind of cringes. Is he actually like walking? Like, is he gonna keep walking right now?
yeah, he's like, no, maybe everything will be okay. Maybe.
Okay,
I
she
was-
she like puts a hand on his shoulder, like, you might not want to go first.
Wait. I mean, nothing bad could really happen, right? Like I was scared for a while, but like
Why don't you talk to Zashira? She'll make you feel better. Just stay away.
I feel good.
Okay,
That's
slow
what
down.
that's what I'm saying. I feel fine. Like
And you can feel good back there.
we should probably get out of here.
I'll do it.
Zashira, why was I so worried before? I was really worried about.
I'm sure I have no
Maybe
idea.
maybe the
Could have been
horrible
anything.
monster lady with the horns. I thought she was gonna kill me or something. I don't know. It was weird.
We all wonder that. It's completely.
It's fine.
Okay. Everything's good.
Just don't get in front of us. Just stay back there.
Okay. I mean, but I mean, even the giants and the ogres and everything, they scare me. They kind of beat me a
Nope.
little bit, but like
Stay
We're
behind
getting
me.
out of here.
Behind me.
It's okay.
tiny atoxin or tinyatoxin. I don't know what you are, but welcome to the chat. Welcome to Empire. Hope you enjoy staying with us. Give a warm welcome in chat for tiny atoxin. I don't know.
Fiery welcome.
The fiery welcome.
Fiery welcome.
Please.
Yes. So warm welcome. So I can we can see that giant right there, right? I'm
No,
like,
he
"What's
came
that?"
into here like when you guys were over there. Yeah.
Oh, he walked all the way in. All right, then it's
Yep.
like, all right, let's keep going. Stick behind me. Stay
No,
behind me.
look, I don't know what you're so worked up about. Honestly, I was so
been a rough day.
worried about
Now just
dying and the ogres eating me and everything, but I think everything will be fine now.
It'll be
Oh, Jesus.
more fine if you stay behind me. For fuck's sake.
And he's just like, striding off determinedly in the distance. So when
I give
does
up.
this guy die? It's a good question.
Goodbye. I tried. Tried for your friend. Whatever.
All right. I mean, so as you exit into the sunlight, it's probably late afternoon at this point. The sun is setting. You know it's at least a 2-hour travel back to Cernt, the town where you came from, if that is where you intend on going. However, I'm fairly certain that the gnome has errands to run before you return. No, she still does not have a name. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Aww. I just lit the whole place on fire.
You set the hay on fire, didn't you? You did.
Yeah.
Yep, controlled flame.
Conveniently, Phaedron had already walked past.
And I was making sure the little gnome had left already, and
Yeah, she's like, go ahead and go in front of me, and I was like, all right, doop de doop.
It's like, should I?
and now it's like the badass scene where there's like fire like in the background, and she just walks through.
Explosion.
Doesn't
Don't
look
look
bad.
back.
Shouldn't dilly dally too long.
Well, we're already out, but
Yeah, I know. I was gonna be like, I may be Dragon Boy, but I am not quite immune to fire.
maybe try harder. So are you having fun with the chaos yet, Michelle?
It's been interesting.
Did you see Wynn's comic from last week?
I'm back.
No.
Thus far proving accurate. He did a picture and then he's like, Twitch chat, sexual innuendo, sexual innuendo.
Oh, you didn't
Essentially.
see? I'll post that in chat. I have it.
Yeah, I want to see.
It's so good.
Oh, and if you missed it, Byron, I set the place on fire.
What?
She set the hay bale, the
Oh,
wine-soaked hay
Whatever.
bale on fire
That's
as we
that's
left.
so last week. Please.
Your soul last week.
But she
Your
feels
face
so much
is
better
so
now.
last week.
You're fucking.
Oh my god, yo. Let's get some old school freaking Photoshop in here. Let's get the Shakira Photoshop.
Sorry, what?
What is that?
That is basically like if you took Shakira and me and melded us together. That's what it would look like.
Oh my
That's so
god.
weird. I'm really disturbed.
As you should be. As you should. Closing that shit.
What are you talking about? That's like, that's
Anyway.
basically like how things work around here. Here we go.
Huh?
I got my imager thing loading. It's about to give me a URL, and then we're about to get some fucking
That is
first
terrifying.
rate.
I feel like that should be in like scary movies or something.
What?
Yeah.
Come on. Let's be serious for a little while. Like, let's cut the joking and let's talk about how I could be a stunt double for Shakira, should she ever need one.
Right.
Right? Okay, so anyways, back to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are leaving, along with the unnamed captive. Where is Michelle?
She's off the map.
The front.
Oh, Jesus. Get back in there. Travel formation.
Travel formation.
So, are you guys heading, where are you guys heading? Are you heading back to the town? Are you heading back to the
Well,
gnome's
considering
cabin?
I'm pretty sure Felina would like freak out if I tried to take her back to town before checking on her owls.
That's
Stuff up there
right.
first.
That's right. Gotta check the
There are
family.
some things that are not worth arguing about, and that is one of them.
She has learned quickly.
I don't know, a month isn't that quick.
Yeah, see, as you guys stumble out into the daylight after the gloom of the cavern, do you have anything to say to one another?
We best move quickly.
Said, hey guys, where are we going?
Question. And she looks at the half-naked dude and she's like, 1, where are your clothes? And 2, who are you? 3, what were you doing? And 4, do you like owls? The 4th question is the most important question that you'll answer in your whole life.
Well, my name is Duncan Hightower. I'm a smith. My
Duncan, I
clothes,
feel like I know you.
my clothes, I work at a forge, which is very hot. So I tend to only wear what is absolutely necessary. I don't remember your other questions.
For someone who works in a forge, you're not quite accustomed to fire.
Usually
I'm quite
it's not
accustomed to
jumping out
fire,
to
however,
hit
it is not a
face.
projectile leaping from the hands of a monster.
What were you doing there? And do you like owls?
I was captured as I was traveling from Durlusk to the Shard to sell my wares. The giants kept me because they realized that I could increase their armaments and weapons. And I have no particular pains by owls. They're small creatures, they do good at keeping down rodents and other small creatures. But they're birds. No one really likes birds.
Phaedron's like,
She gives him a dirty look. She's like, no one likes you either, sir. Put on a shirt. No one wants to see your nipples. And she just and she just struts off into the wilderness.
Phaedron just looks and like, wrong answer, and like follows Felina.
What have I fallen into? And he follows you out. So you guys going back to the cabin? Is that the plan?
I think we
Yes.
decided it was the only logical outcome of any discussion that would happen.
I don't know, is this guy
So as you guys head back to the
Well, nobody said he had to come with us.
the gnome's cabin in the woods, as she comes back, you see that the tree limbs around her cabin are full to overflowing with dozens of different species of owl. And as you approach, they all begin hooting.
She's calling back to them. She turns back to you guys and she's like, don't worry. And the matriarch, they won't attack you. They're very worried and concerned about all of our well-beings. If you get pooped on, it's just traditional. They're welcoming you. Yes. And she turns around. She keeps you hear her just hooting at everyone.
Yeah, so I mean, as you approach, you see dozens of owls gathered in the tree limbs around you, and that's basically what you see. The same cabin with the mossy roof, the door busted off its hinges, the heavily decomposing bodies of these three men in the chainmail armor, with the green tabards, with a white stag's head emblazoned on the front.
Phaedron kind of just like kicks one a little bit as they walk by.
I imagine it made a nice squish.
So she was like, "Oh, what happened to you?"
You probably don't want to know.
So, out of character, what did happen? Were the ogres the ones that took her?
The ogres are the ones who chased her off, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way that things happen for Belinda's character is that these three guys showed up and were trying to like convince her to leave, and then the ogres showed up and then they started fighting, and she was like, you know what? This is just all too hectic. And like took off. Yeah, and then the ogre started chasing her and she ran and yeah.
Okay. So, I get attacked, and then I got chased, and then I got chased by the ogres, and then I fell in that hole in there. And I had to explode my door off, and then you can see she's, like, picking the door back up to try to fix it. She's like, but are we staying here? Because I have to make sure that the nieces and nephews are ready for travel, because they're really little, and, yeah, I don't know where we're gonna go. I don't know if it's safe to stay here no more.
We probably shouldn't stay here. Is there some way for you to carry the little ones if they absolutely cannot fly?
Yeah, I'll make something. And you see her go into the room. As she lets go of the door, it just falls back down to the ground. And she begins to tinker with something. And you can hear her hammering and slight explosions, some burning. And then a couple minutes later, she comes out with a metal basket and starts to line it with moss.
Yeah, that's what happens. You see all the owls flying down out of the trees and like landing on the ground around her, like looking and like picking up tufts of grass and pieces of moss and like bringing them over to the buckets.
Phaedron just watches and kind of shakes her head like she still doesn't get it.
Okay, guys, I got like a couple more things to get. I gotta get the traps and I gotta reset them, but I gotta take them so that I can make more grinder mice so that they'll be able to eat while we travel. So I gotta go get those and I'll be right back. And she just kind of scurries off.
Hopefully we get somewhere before it's dark.
Yeah, so I mean, you can grab your traps and everything else. Your mouse traps. Gather the nieces and nephews and prepare them for travel.
Okay, so I know that Phaedron has seen it, but the other two have not. So some of the traps have mice in them, so she uses the grinder to grind them up so that she can feed the little nieces that are being put into the basket. And then she says, see, grinder mice. I don't understand why people aren't just so confused when I say that. And then she puts them all into the bag, doesn't even clean the grinder, puts it into the bag. And she's like, she picks up the basket with the little tiny baby owls in it. She's like, I'm ready.
Alright, let's go.
Shall we get rid of any evidence?
Evidence of what?
That we were here. Aren't you running from something?
She kind of like, yes and no, but I'm not sure what they'd find here to specifically point out us.
She like looks longfully at the tattered shack and just like, it would come apart so easily.
No, unwise. Let's go.
So Shira like looks at the grinder and the ground up mice, and she's like, "Ugh, that's
So gross.
Ew.
So as she puts a big backpack onto her back, full of clanking and who knows what's it in it. She's like, well, the shack is empty. I just don't want to watch it if you're gonna burn it, because you burn everything. And she picks up the basket and she starts like huffing and puffing and walking off.
And she puts a finger to your face, which I imagine covers like most of your face. And she's just like, I burn everything that is of no use.
Wow.
And she just kind of does that, like,
Phaedron walks off after Galena.
Okay, so you guys travel about 2 hours?
Wait, did Caroline decide if she wants to burn it or not?
I'm not burning it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys travel about 2 hours to Cernt, the most proximal town, the most nearby town. You see, as you enter, along the gravel road leading up to it.
Was there supposed to be a map? Ah, there it is.
Oh, come on, please.
No, it's there now.
Please.
Oh, I was wondering if I needed to refresh.
No, I got it.
You know, sometimes it gets stuck.
Yep. So you travel the road, the gravel road. The sun is setting. Oh, that didn't work out. Hold on.
my god.
Right?
Bare bottom.
What?
There is a bare
Oh.
bottom tavern.
Right.
The best tavern ever?
I give it maybe a
Got
3 out of
money.
10.
Come on. Come on. Hey, wait. Still not working. Hold on. There it is. Ha! Wait. Still not working?
Aha, wait.
There it is. Got it. As soon as you enter, you find a gravel path leading up to a small village. There's a ruined heap of a manor to the north as you pass by. And then, as you enter the town itself, you see a large palatial mansion, tiled in blue ceramic tiles, made of local timbers, standing on the road as you cross the bridge over the river. And as you enter the town, both Carolyn and Kayla will be familiar with the Bare Bottom Tavern, the only watering hole in this particular area. The Minsk Trade Moot, a large one-story building that makes up the trading post / town hall / everyone meets there. Area of the town surrounded by a semi-permanent band of traveling peddlers and vendors who cater to the miners and metallurgists and smelters of the town. And then the old Sir Gott Mining Company, the major
Oh my god.
economic draw of the town, employing over half the town's citizens, who mine the nearby copper and iron deposits. What is this music? Okay, there we go. Got it. Yep. Mining the nearby iron and copper. And that is what you see as you enter the town. I actually have another handout for you guys. Hold on. I got some good stuff. Got some good stuff.
Aw, so we don't get to be on the town map?
I mean, you could be, but there's no real purpose to it yet.
Yeah, I guess.
He said yet. There's always hope. Why do you want to burn down Sir Gott Mining Company over there?
Please! Please do not burn down the
No,
Sir Gott-
there's a lake right there. You might want to flood it.
No, Sir spelled it wrong. It's Sir Gott.
Exactly. Please, Sir Gotts. This isn't all about you.
Baby.
Oh my gosh. He is so excited right now.
As he should be. So this is what the town basically looks like.
Ooh, pretty.
Right? Is this town a corrupt hellhole? If Surgot is the one who's in charge here, you can guarantee. Guarantee.
Can't help but notice those northern houses are quite close together.
The old slums in the northern part of town where the miners are packed in together. Yeah. So that's what you guys see as you enter the town. As I said, Carolyn and Kayla, you both be familiar with the area. It's relatively familiar. Kayla, you know that your contact operates out of the Bare Bottom Tavern, and Carolyn, you know that your friend, / whatever, Cyril, also has a job as a, basically a serving lad in the Bare Bottom Tavern.
Busboy?
As a butt
Good
boy.
for him.
Yes, a butt slave.
That is not what I
That's
said.
basically the interpretation of what you said.
No, it's not. They get the dirty dishes off of the table. What do you want?
So, like, you guys... I was about to say, like, you notice that she, like, dons, like, a cloak, but, like, that's not gonna do much. She's...
No.
She's this big fucking hulking person / dragonborn, and it's not gonna cover much.
I mean, you can do it, and Phaedron will be mildly amused at the attempt. But... Well, I have business at the tavern. I suppose if you want to get paid or whatever, or if you, follow
Do I
along.
want to get paid?
Hmm.
I need to find a home for my family.
She's carrying a bucket of 10 owlets, and she's being followed by a flock of 40 fucking owls. Like a cloud of owls behind her, like at least 100, 200 feet in the air.
Oh dear.
My baby boy, he's there!
Maybe I should. Maybe you should wait outside. Wait. What was your name? I think the Smith called you something, and she's talking to Michelle's character.
Oh, and I said, my name is Ashira, but my friends call me Sash.
Right. Phaedron kind of like, all right. Is
That was an in-character laugh, by the way.
Nice. Why don't you stay out here with Philina and your smithy friend, Orphea?
She's gonna like
So
look
you want-
back at the guy and look down at. I like bumping into you. My bad. And a little gnome friend, and be like, maybe perhaps you could teach him some manners.
Oh, hey, Byron.
Yeah,
You said this would have taken us a while to get here, right?
2 hours.
So we've probably had. Oh, so we haven't had a long rest. Okay. Wonder if we should take a short rest at some point. Oh well, I'm just gonna go in. We'll be totally fine.
Yeah, totally fine. No problem. No problem. So as you enter the tavern, you see that it is fairly well filled with patrons, taking up the tables. You see that to the left, there's a large open area with a waist-high banister surrounding the entire circumference. There is an enormous monstrosity hunched over, like in the shadows. To the left, it looks like this. Wait, I gotta show it to you guys. Ha! There you go.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
It's nearly
It
10
looks
feet tall.
intense.
Its modesty is only preserved by a ragged scrap of cloth covering what would maybe be its genitals. And its right arm is a twisted, malformed claw with a scythe blade extending from a strange, almost insectile joint. It carries a large, cleaving blade. It appears to be a polearm of some kind in its left hand. And its face is almost entirely covered by a metal plate. Half helmet, half visor. Sitting beyond it, you see a man in dark red robes trimmed in gold runes. He holds a staff with a red
That title, though.
gemstone set into the top, and his hands are almost constantly wreathed in green or red flames. There's a fat man sitting next to him, right? There's a fat man sitting next to him, holding a large bludgeon.
There's a fat man.
A fat man! And he has a large blue tattoo over the left side of his face, his eye socket, and the top of his head, and his cheekbone, all covered in intricate blue runes in a circular pattern.
Nice. And do we recognize them? Because you said Carolyn and I have kind of like been in and out of here fairly often, right? No? Okay. Do not recognize
Is that an Eldrazi drone? No, Patty, not an Eldrazi drone. To the right, there is a large table filled with 4 men, well, 5 men, all almost identical. They have pale skin and red, what appear to be ochre or clay markings covering their bodies. You see that they have large fist blades that are set, propped up against the benches. And there's a single man seated with fairly normal clothing, a breastplate, and a black cloak trimmed in red.
Good choice.
Hold on, I need to...
Always classic.
Ah!
Ooh.
You see there's a large scar, a vertical scar over his left eye, and his other eye is milky and gray. And there are other patrons throughout the bar. Kayla, your contact is seated at this table over here. She's a beautiful woman with pointed ears, a red silk gown, and a plentitude of daggers secreted about her person. Looks kind of like this.
Oh,
Wow.
oh my.
They're not that secret.
Secreted,
Yeah, those are-
not secret. As in stored about her person.
No, I was kidding.
Yes.
Oh my god. Her name.
What? I don't know. Is her name significant for some reason? I don't know. Anyways.
Oh my.
Anyways. Carolyn,
I feel like
you would know.
the
You see Cyril behind the bar serving 2 men. Oh, sorry, a man and a woman, both clad in chainmail and a breastplate. And they both have the tabard, a tabard of emerald with a white stag emblazoned upon the tabard. They look like this. I told you guys, I am
These are reinforcements.
so ready for this.
So many on-point handouts, Byron. I'm really proud.
I'm on it.
Wait.
Wait, what?
I see what's on his chest.
Yeah, it's a green tabard with a white stag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's no big deal.
Oh yeah, no deal at all.
And seated on the actual bar itself, facing a white-haired man, who both Kayla and Carolyn would recognize as Sir Gott, the merchant lord
Wait,
of this
that's
town.
him?
Wait, the white-haired man is
The white-haired guy
or
is Sir Gott, yeah.
Okay.
Aw, damn.
Hold on, here we go. Enjoy.
Perfect.
And there is a halfling seated on the bar, facing him, apparently engrossed in conversation.
Oh my god. Okay, so out of character, I have to time this out. Out of character, we played another campaign that was called El Terrell, and Starry was my character's best friend that I helped create, and Baxter was her mentor, and he kept her safe from everything. And then something tragic happened to him, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
So this freaking kick ass. Like, to see Starry and everything, like, it's hilarious when he... Oh, and I know Duncan's from another campaign that we played, so that's why I was teasingly being like, Duncan, I feel like I know you. That's why.
Nice. Byron sneaking some side jokes in there. So did Phaedra notice, like, I forget, like, do tabards show on the back too?
Yes.
Okay, I thought they did. So, like, the logo on the back, right? It's like, I know they go all the way around, but... Okay, so if she sees that, she's like, she's not going to approach them or anything, but she's going to keep a very close eye on them while they are inside here. And if she sees them going towards the door, she will be excusing herself and going towards the door as well.
Okay.
But she's just going to walk over to her contact, unless, like, is there, like, some specific way that I would know that I'm supposed to let her know that it's time to talk, or...
Are you talking about Story?
Yes.
Yeah, if you would signal her that she would nod and get up and elegantly begin to walk towards the doorway over here.
Okay. I'm afraid to know what Carolyn's gonna do while I'm gone. Is she gonna come with me because she thinks she's gonna get paid, or is she just doing whatever over there? I feel bad leaving them out there, but how do you bring a horde of owls into a tavern?
How do you bring a reasonable question for any party?
Magnificently is
No, the owls have taken up a perch on the eaves of the roof outside. There's just like 40 owls sitting on the roof of this tavern right now.
Okay, so they wouldn't have followed her in?
No.
She's sitting outside.
Well, I know, but I was like, if they weren't gonna follow you in, then I probably would have had you come in, though you would still be carrying 10 itty-bitty owls.
Yeah,
Yes.
a bucket full of
But
owls.
She's staying outside.
A parliament of owls.
She's having a quite impressive conversation with her new friend that she calls, what was it, Zesh?
That.
She said her friends call her that, so that's what she's calling her now. And they're having a nice little discussion outside.
Yeah, so as Phaedra enters the room, Starry slams the door shut with her heel, and she turns,
I'm sorry.
and she says, Phaedra, it's been so long. Have you been successful in retrieving our little treasure?
It took longer than expected, but yes, she's here.
Excellent, excellent. Is she safe?
I would say so, for now.
Yeah, you hear an outburst from the tavern as Surgot curses as Bactria wins yet another toss of the dice. He bemoaning his luck. Baxter.
Byron pandering to the chat. I see
Sweet
that.
Baxter.
I see that over there.
Ah, so I believe the fee that we had agreed upon, and she hands you a heavy purse filled with gems, and our continued assistance with raising you to your post of. Did you really think the Iron Queen was a good name? It's.
I was not the one who
presumptuous.
chose it. It was not my choice. Mostly I pretended they didn't call me that.
Or if you was gonna burn this fucking door down, you're gonna burn it right down.
It's like I'm pretty sure Phaedra can practically just like feel the heat radiating from the inside of the door. Like it can only end well.
Well,
Are you actually saying that, Carolyn?
apparently she is. And Starry looks towards the door. She's like, "Jealous lover. I didn't picture her as your type."
No. Just.
Well, we
No,
can
no,
we can
judgments.
convene in the basement. I will let those in power know that you have accomplished your task, and we will introduce the young lady to those who are interested in all of your futures. Now then, before your friend burns our place of business down, and she opens the door again.
I hope it opens out and into Carolyn's face. Please
No,
tell
it
me
opens
it's that kind. Damn it.
Well then, I believe our business here is done, unless you want to bring her in. I've never tried a Dragonborn on for size.
Well, you can do that if you want, but if you are, I'm leaving either way. Just no.
Such a
And
pity.
Phaedra starts to walk out and she's like, where exactly, like, where am I supposed to keep the gnome?
Just bring her in, make her comfortable, and we will approach when the time is correct.
Well, there's a little matter about a lot of owls. I mean, a lot of owls.
She just cocks her head. She's like, Owls are nocturnal creatures, primarily, yes?
Is it night out right now? Or is it day?
Dusk?
Yeah, it's
Typing?
dusk.
Okay, so they've been flying with us all day. So, primarily, they kind of make an exception for the gnome. I mean, I don't think they'll come in.
It's not
but there's
important.
probably-
If it becomes important, we'll deal with it.
Okay. It's whatever. It's like, and she like motions for Orfeo to follow her outside. She's not gonna like open any kind of money inside this place with all the crazies. So we're leaving.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys are inside the tavern. You see that the, if anyone wants to make an insight check who's inside the tavern.
Sure. What am I making an insight check on? Or will I find out when I make
You'll
it?
find out if
I
you
got
make
my character sheet closed. One sec. Insight.
What was that?
Was that you, Kayla?
That might have been a cat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it was
It's
Kayla.
like, that didn't sound like Crush.
Yeah, that wasn't Crush. Yeah, so Phaedron, as you walk through the tavern, you feel the glares of these two parties, like laser beams, as you're passing between them.
That's great.
As does Ori.
Phaedron, like, literally, like, she's got her eye on him, like, out of the corners of her eye, but she's literally just, like, not looking in either direction. It's just, like, keeps going out. Like, nothing's wrong.
Gotcha.
Go fuck themselves. Are you coming out, Orfeo? This just takes off. Bye.
Oh yeah, he just goes in, like pushes past, he's like, I need a drink. It's been too long. Giants.
So as they come out, the gnome will be talking to the pretty flower lady that she now calls. Say it one more time.
Zash.
Zash.
Zesh. And she even says it that way, the way that you even did it with your like head turn. That she just feels like it's Zesh. But she'll be talking with her like, that's really cool that like your flowers and your stuff that you can heal people. I can't heal people. I just explode people. And she's like playing with the little baby owls as she's talking to you.
Carolyn trying to pick fights as she leaves.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
she wrote, it's the gnome. She's loving it.
Like, alright, you two. Oh, I lost Caroline for a second. So, apparently, we need to find a place to stay. My contact said to stay here, but I'm not entirely comfortable with who's in the tavern right now. Don't suppose any of you know of anywhere else?
I've never left the neighborhood.
Of course not.
She's like sitting on the edge of this, whatever this is, and like kicking her feet around as she's holding a basket playing with little baby owls.
So I take it that's a no. No, all around. Seems we'll have to stay here, at least for tonight after all. Where would I know for us to go, Aaron?
In this town, I mean, you know where you could go. Maybe you haven't been back since you've returned, but
I'm not sure if she would know that it's actually in this area. Like,
She
I know
would-
you said that we passed it, but
she would probably have memories of it.
well, yeah, if she got close enough. But you said literally, like, we look over and there's like a ruined mansion. It's like, oh, it's a ruined mansion. Whatever.
No, I mean, like, from childhood memories, you would know, like, the general, like, you'd have the nostalgia, you know?
She was 5. I don't know about you, I didn't. Yes, my cat is saying hello very loudly.
Wait. Tesladon! Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the Empire. Hope you enjoy your stay with us. Give some warm welcome in chat for Tesladon.
Warm welcome.
It's my bro. Alright. Dice check for cats.
Oh.
Apparently, yes.
And Carolyn is still trying to pick fights.
You're muted, Carolyn. Still muted. Your mouth is moving.
Oh
Nothing's
wait,
coming
now
out.
I can hear things. Hi, Carolyn. I thought she seemed really quiet.
How long was I muted for?
I haven't heard you say anything since we went in. You were just typing in the chat.
Oh God, I've been saying so many things. No. I was wondering why you kept cutting me off. I was like, oh, okay.
Redneck Monkey, my fucking Kansas brother. Welcome to the Empire. Hope you enjoy your stay with us. Get a warm welcome in chat for Redneck Monkey.
We're welcome.
That's right. He lives in Kansas, apparently 1.5 hours north of Kansas City, where I used to live. So.
I have relatives who live in Kansas City.
Me too. Now I feel bad that Carolyn thought I was cutting her off.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just...
It wasn't. There was silence. I was feeling the silence.
She said she had food, so I just figured she had muted out and was eating.
Yep.
Oh no, I
chowing
ate
down.
that food a while ago.
Alright, guys.
That's what our feet.
What are we doing? This, by the way, the tavern is the only place in town people stay. Like, there's a common room people stay in. Like, basically, it's like, once the drinking ends, like, they move a couple of tables out of the way and people can just fucking crash out on the floor. So, it's not like an inn that has specific, like, sleeping areas for people coming and traveling. The majority of people who travel through here stay in merchant caravans. So they stay, like, around the trade moot area. But there's no, like, boarding houses or inns in town. Actions.
Okay, well, I think Phaedron might, like, leave a note with someone to tell, Starry that we're actually, like, staying elsewhere. And she's like, it's like, I mean, especially since apparently it's common room sleeping, she's like, I'm not going to, not comfortable sleeping in there with two groups that are upset for no apparent reason. So, I know one place, I'm not sure what it's going to be like, but we're going to go check it out, and the owls would be much less noticeable there. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Fucking the fathership has landed.
Hey! Hi, Mr. Byron. I don't remember his name. Was his name Steve?
What?
That was his name?
Byron? I said he's an old man!
I said Mr. Byron. I didn't know what to call your dad, okay?
You can call him Pop Pop, or grandfather, venerated ancestor, or venerable
Your grandpa,
ancestor.
though.
Oh, that's right.
Is he great grandpa?
Oh, Dad, please. He's not a grandpa yet, as far as he knows. So.
Alright. We're headed towards the crappy manor because Phaedron thinks it'll be safer there than...
Of course she thinks it'll be safer there. Yeah, so as you guys exit the town, following Phaedron, at least
Well, what did you want
in
me to do?
theory.
Like, there are two really angry groups in there. I don't know why they're mad.
I mean, they could be mad for any reason. No one knows.
Right. And of course, Carolyn's egging them on, so...
Where...
I was egging them on even more, but
There
you
it
guys
is.
didn't even hear me, so...
Oh my god. That's probably a good thing, or else we would probably be in combat right now. Probably.
I would like my handouts to work.
No handouts for you.
My handouts are not working. I don't know
Oh, no.
why.
Is that a low-key Seinfeld reference?
What?
No? Never mind.
Ugh.
I thought
Handouts,
she was just
please.
making fun of Aaron's accent.
My
Oh.
what?
Boom. She's like, no handout for you.
Please.
Wait, he doesn't have that.
Please, Belinda. Why? What have I done other than love you forever? Treat you better than you deserve.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Damn! Whoa!
Somebody's sleeping outside tonight.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
I missed what he said.
It's probably
I'm not gonna
good.
repeat it.
It's probably good for everybody. If they feel uncomfortable saying it, it's probably better for everybody if they don't. And by everybody, I mean me.
Go ahead and repeat it, Byron.
What?
Repeat what you said.
Repeat what?
Repeat what you said.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. As you exit the town, you take the trail out to the west, and then turn north into the forest, and you find, tucked back in the trees, a dilapidated mansion. Is my roll 20 down? No, there it is. Falling to ruin, set back in the tree line. Several graves marked out front. The portal, the double doors entering the mansion, have been knocked off their hinges and lay in the courtyard outside.
I turn to the group and I say, "Are we seriously staying here tonight?"
My character's just like, it looks fine to me. She just skipping all along.
Right. Phaedron kind of just like pauses as she gets closer and just looks really, really uncomfortable. And like, if you didn't know better, you would almost say she actually looks like sad for some reason. Well, unless you want to go back and sleep with all the mercenaries, unpleasant mercenaries, then this would probably be better.
I like roll my eyes. I'm like, fine. This'll have to do.
I need to refresh. Roll 20. Wait. I don't know. I don't know what Jordan's like. Jordan Yup is blowing up my fucking chat. I don't know why. There we go.
I don't know what he wants you to turn
Are you
off.
guys hearing wolves?
Yes.
Perfect.
Lots of them.
Perfect.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
so as you guys
Yeah.
approach the manor, in the distance you hear the sound of wolves howling in the hillsides as the sun sets on the horizon.
Phaedron actually doesn't seem worried at all and just slowly... Actually, she's gonna like walk over to the graves and like check what they say.
They appear to be unmarked graves. They're simply marked by two wedges of wood staked into the ground. But there are 4 of them. 4 graves.
She kind of turns away and just like walks up to the house.
Okay.
Like she kind of like looks in the doors. Like, is there any reason she wouldn't want to keep going in? Does it look structurally sound? Probably not.
Make an investigation check!
Investigation. Is Carolyn muted again? Or...
Is Carolyn muted?
No.
Okay.
No.
Carolyn!
Checking.
Carolyn, talk to
What?
me.
I'm
Say-
making an
say
insight
anything.
check. What?
Investigation!
Oh, I was doing
No,
investigation.
I'm making an insight check to see why she's like. Oh. Something.
Your Redneck Monkey Gestalt characters are basically for single-person campaigns, in my opinion. Anyways.
What's a Gestalt character?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Okay, so in Pathfinder 3.5, you have Gestalt characters, which are basically you take the 2 classes, like Fighter and Wizard, or whatever. You put all the best parts of both of them together, and that's a Gestalt character.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically for like low party campaigns, 1 or 2 person campaigns where you need to fill all the roles that are required.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways,
Right. What would I roll against Carolyn's thing? Because I mean, it's not like I'm like trying.
you're
to
not trying to do anything, so
deceptive, but-
you're not even trying to be deceptive. So it's like,
right.
you know, so Carolyn, you would know that she just appears to be comfortable, you know, heading to this creepy ass place with wolves howling in the hills around you. The building looks like it has been gutted by fire. There's obvious fire damage to like the exterior, like around the windows and the openings of the house. It's sagging and crumbling in several areas. The shingles have fallen off and litter the exterior of the house around the perimeter. And as Phaedron walks in, since you rolled an active insight check, you see that she appears to feel more than just comfortable here. It's as if there's something in this area or about this house that speaks to her personally.
Alright, I'll just... Okay.
Did my investigation tell me whether or not it was like kind of safe to walk around at least?
It is extremely dangerous to walk around. Like,
Okay.
the beams overhead have been charred by flame. It appears like, with your investigation check, you would know that the fire that swept through this area was not natural. It burned with an intensity much more than the simple fuel that surrounds it would indicate.
Can I make like an Arcana check to see like... Well, I
Yes,
to basically
absolutely.
just to
Yes,
discern
yes.
that same thing.
Sure.
Nope.
I mean, being a pyromancer, like, you look around, you're like, yeah. Oh, this place burns so good! But you can't determine what particular spell or what effect would have caused a flame of such intensity.
Okay.
So Phaedron kind of like steps back and is like, okay, so sleeping inside may not be a good idea, but for tonight at least, I'm hoping the mercenaries will have moved on tomorrow. Let's just set up camp out front. Or like to the side, or just somewhere that looks good, like kind of close to the house to where you can't really like wouldn't necessarily be able to see like the campfire from a distance, or and kind of like provides cover on that side type thing. Like a military like strategic spot to set up camp around this house.
Okay. Yeah, so you choose a place that's both elevated, provides good line of sight to basically the entire perimeter around you, and still has cover from the elements and wind. Excellent position to set up camp for the night. And I suppose you start doing whatever you do to make camp. If you have tents, if you have bedrolls.
Yep, she like puts out her bedroll, and let's see what else I have. Yeah, just got a bedroll. She probably sets up like a little. She sets up a campfire and then like kind of points at it while looking at where, or if you're like, it's like you could go faster. Light it.
Like,
Light the fire.
I don't want to use Firebolt, because what if I miss?
No, like, if you're standing over a fucking, like, stationary fire, you'll be fine. Or you can just do prestidigitation, because I'm sure you have that. You can use that in live fires, too.
She doesn't have it, does she?
I have light.
Okay, since Orpheus actually seems uncomfortable for some reason,
Nope.
She's going.
I did it.
Look at that! You actually hit a stationary
Boom.
object this time.
Right? Yeah, so I mean, like, you did not even have to roll, but, like, extending your hand, or if you are, sends a brilliant bolt of fire into the gathered kindling, like, knocking the majority of it out of the fire pit. However, the majority of the logs set in place catch flame immediately from the intense heat, sending a shower of sparks into the night sky.
Alright, and I have a mess kit, so I'm gonna start cooking something. Don't we still have like 30 pounds of meat? Just cut off a little bit of that and actually cook it. It's so much better than the trail rations.
Wait. What?
Hmm?
My dad is confusing me.
So like usual then?
No, like, oh my god, please. Fucking Will! Hold on. Boombox, the $2.50 donation. I love the consistency of your channel. Can always count on you to watch a good D&D session. I appreciate the words of praise, even though this group does not deserve it. Does not deserve it. That's right, shots have been
What a
fired.
dick.
For real.
But yo, Boombox, appreciate it. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again, man. It's been a while.
Okay, so Zeshi nudged my character and pointed out there was already an owl in one of the trees.
It's true.
So-
There's one right there.
Yep, there is one in the picture. So she looks up to it and starts hooting, is like, "You can be part of my family now!" And then all the other owls like swoop in.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so like out of the trees around you, a cloud of different species of owl like flutter down to land, and, like strut around Belinda's character in a circle, like jumping up onto her shoulder and like hooting and like nudging her face with their beaks insistently, as if they wish something from her.
Interesting. Oh, wait. We all know what they want.
That's right.
Phaedron is literally just like ignoring whatever's happening with owls over there. It's like, seen it so many times. Owls everywhere. And she's just like, she's cooking her food.
The grinder mice coming out.
Grind mice coming out. So she'll put the basket up on a high branch, which isn't really high for her, or so that the owls don't have to come down to the ground to get them. And you'll see the owls take their babies and put them up in the trees with them as they're making all nests. And she opens one of a container that has very nasty ground up you don't know what in it. You would assume it is grind mice, and she begins to put traps back out.
Nice. What was I gonna say?
So literally periodically through the night you will hear like almost like a twig snapping, and then you'll hear like a small motor noise. And then probably an owl will swoop down and eat whatever's in it. The gentle sounds of the night.
That was a rather disturbing night. After she finishes eating, Phaedron's actually just gonna like pull out a book and just kind of like rub the outside for a second, and you can see like a really worn out book. Like the pages are dog-eared and have clearly been turned like hundreds and hundreds of times. And she's just like leave it in her lap for a second, and then she's gonna open it and just kind of flip through, like not really reading because she's clearly practically got it memorized probably by now. But she's gonna do that for a little bit before she goes to bed.
Alright. So what are you guys doing in preparation for sleeping for the night, if that is what you intend on doing?
My character puts a bedroll out kind of close to the group, and you see her like tinkering with something, and like you'll hear her tinkering, and then all of a sudden you'll hear nothing, and if you turn around and look at her, she has literally just passed out onto whatever she was tinkering with.
And she passed out, and there's a literal blanket of owls like covering her body. Like 30 or 40 owls of various sizes, just like forming a living blanket of feathers over her.
It's a down blanket.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Super cozy.
So Zashira, she says a prayer to her goddess Alanis before bed, and for safety for the group.
Alright. Do you guys have any plans for the night aside from sleeping?
I guess I'll take the first watch because, you know, that's important.
Alright. I mean, the night passes uneventfully. There are no attempts made on the security of the camp throughout the night.
Oh, thank God, health points.
My spells are back.
Yay!
So the long rest passes, the morning comes, the sun rises in the east, illuminating the valley between the two forests to the east and west.
Alright, I suppose we should go back to the tavern and see if Starry's ready for us to do anything yet. Unless anybody has any other errands they would like to run. Oh, I don't know how much was in that, like, gem bag you gave me, but I'm gonna give some of it to Orpheus for her payment.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I'm not gonna give you the whole bag.
I'm not asking
Part
for
of
all of
it's
it. I'm
mine.
asking for
Are you
half.
going to attempt
I did-
to?
Hmm?
I'm sorry, Chris is looking at me like a crazy cat. Are you going to attempt to appraise the gems to determine their value?
Oh God, why are you gonna do that? I'm gonna like, let's say we're doing this in the morning or something,
Sure.
or before we went to bed. I'm gonna have, I'm probably gonna have Felina, appraise them, because I feel like she'd be better at it than me. Probably everyone would be better at it than me. I don't remember what you used to appraise anymore.
Investigation.
Okay, yeah, then I'm definitely making Felina. It's like, well, would she know how much they're worth if she's like never in town?
Got a
Guess we'll find out.
16.
Boom. So yeah, like little gnome lady's like pick up the gems, like no, no, no. Yeah, that's good. No, no, no. Okay, yeah. Well, these ones are worth something, but the other ones I should keep those. Not very good. The total gems would be worth 500 gold pieces combined.
Okay. It's like I could try to sneak one by Orpheus, but I don't care enough.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll just give her half.
Okay.
It's like,
Good choice, good choice.
and like as a nice person, I would. It's like I would give some to the other two, but we kind of did rescue both of them, so I don't feel like they really worked for it. So, and I'm lawful
Yeah.
evil, so if you don't work for your shit, then you don't get it. Sorry.
You can feel free to share your half, but if you wanted to, but Ori wasn't going to share any.
Shocker.
That's okay, because if you noticed what she was tinkering with, she mended all of that crystal. It's now a giant crystal pillow that she is laying on.
Awesome. Oh, that reminds me. I was actually going to ask you to cast Mending on my shield and my armor that Orpheus burnt through.
Wait, she burnt
Yeah.
through your armor?
You described it as that.
Yeah.
Remember when she hit me with
Yeah.
a stray scorching
Oh,
ray? You said it like burnt partway through. So yeah, I'm gonna ask Felina to mend both of those for me, so they're not ultra shitty anymore.
You got it.
I mean, not that it had an effect, but they will look pretty again,
Sure.
which is very important.
Okay, she will take your shield, and you see her over in a corner putting different metals with it, because since it's missing pieces, she'll have to put other
I
metals.
don't think the shield was missing pieces. It was just like really bent, and
Yeah.
the
Is it
strap had come off.
Okay. Would there be a hole in it or anything?
There would be a hole
Is
in
that-
the armor in the side. But not
Okay,
the
well, okay, so your armor. Okay, so she puts like a couple pieces of metal or something in
Okay,
there,
it's gonna turn
and
out.
then she's hammering on it for some strange reason, which
shit.
doesn't seem right for
It's gonna look
mending.
like an owl. It's gonna
And
look
then
like
she waves over it, and your shield has a giant ass owl on it.
I
No,
knew
it was a skull!
goddamn fucking do it.
It was.
And then
I'm
she
just-
smiles.
It's
I'm
maybe
gonna say the
maybe
owl
it's
is
like an
above the
owl skull with wings, you know? Like
She smiles and she's like, "Yes," and she's like barely has her head over the shield. Not
Right.
excited.
Adrian's got kind of like a stunned look on her face, like, oh dear
No.
God. And then she's like, "It's functional. It's fine. It's fine.
No. Do you want something else? I can make it something else, but it has to be something owl.
Can you just make it look how it did before, but you can put like an owl along the top? It's like flying along the top. How about that?
And she takes it and she's hammering on it again. She waves over it, and then you see that there is an owl.
Oh no.
Kind of big. It's bigger than you wanted it, but it still is at the top.
No.
And it has all the same symbols on it, but there's an owl, and it looks like the owl is carrying something. When you really look close, there's a little gnome flying. Yeah.
Adrian's like, good enough. Good enough. And she takes her armor and shield back, and it's like, at least it was free.
I fixed it.
Good job.
Oh, yeah.
baby, Will, Melee Mage, Meal Mage, with the host. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I miss playing with you on Wednesdays since Ray is like, oh, I'm too pretty to be, like, healthy. So I'm just gonna cancel all my games because my hair is more important than my immune system. Basically, he did point by. He fucking pumped charisma. He dumped con. No question. Ridiculous. Anyways. Just glad Will's here with us tonight. I miss him. My Asian brother from Ontario or British Columbia, wherever he is, Vancouver. That place, Canada. It's all the same. It's all Canada.
The land of maple syrup.
Land of maple syrup and politeness.
Yep.
So,
And a lot of A's.
that's right.
And
Alright guys, so what are we doing? You have fixed the shield. It is morning time. Nothing has befallen you in the night.
Did Michelle want to do anything?
Zashira gets up and puts on her makeup. She's gone for like an extremely long time.
Oh my god. Her makeup? She's been a captive of giants for like 3 years.
You said they didn't take any of her shit, so now she gets to use it again.
But she hasn't been replenished. Like, it's not like she's been going to fucking Macy's.
Yeah, but she probably didn't
Yeah,
use
but
it while she
she's-
was there. No, but, like the giants weren't
Exactly.
going to appreciate it. She's been hoarding this makeup for just such an
Oh
occasion.
my god.
That's right.
This
She's
is
ready
the
to get
problem with
stabbed.
having 4 women in the same group.
She
You all
knows
band
she's going
together
to take
against
one.
me.
She's gotta put a face on.
Hey, it's my reasoning is perfectly legitimate.
It is. It is. We all agree. Sorry, you're outvoted.
Alright, what's that line? My logic is undeniable.
Ugh. I have my tiny cat, who is advising me currently. She says that Belinda hasn't fed her enough, and she must be punished. So she's telling me, she's
Alright,
giving me
but-
nibbles. Alright, what are we doing, guys?
I think we're going back to the tavern. This time the owls are going to stay at the manor. I'm assuming they're perfectly fine there. All the traps set up.
That's an interesting assumption to make, but alright.
No, like I'm assuming they're staying there.
Yeah.
And I'm stating that they are going to be perfectly fine because of course they are. It's a forest. They're fine. Whatever. And so, did anyone else want to like make any errands on the way to the?
My errand is in the tavern. I attempted to start the errand earlier, but again,
But we
I was
didn't
muted.
know because you were muted.
Oh, why didn't you say something
I know.
after I walked out? Like when you were unmuted.
Because I figured we were already leaving, so I was just like, okay, it would.
It's okay.
She's
It's
trying to
fine. Trust me, everything will be fine. So you guys go back to the tavern. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, before my character leaves, she's like, "This will be our new neighborhood. Should there be any disturbances in the neighborhood, find a new one and I'll find you. Goodbye, my pretties, and I'll be back." And she like struts out like she owns the place.
God damn it.
Yep.
So the
Alright,
owls take
as
up
they're leaving-
residence in the trees and in the ruined ceiling and roof of the abandoned manor. And you guys make your way back along the boardwalk, elevated above the mud and dirt of the pathways, to the tavern.
And when we left, like, if they were paying attention, Faye just like kind of looked back at it like a little bit longingly, and then just kept going. All right, we're at the tavern. Guess we're going in.
Into the tavern. Everyone is exactly where they were before, because I am not going to move them between your fucking visits.
This time, Zash and Felina are welcome to come inside with us.
Okay.
Adrian is feeling much better after a night's rest. I wonder why that is.
As soon as you walk in, you see all the same familiar faces.
Of course.
You see the halfling, who is now seated on a stool across from Surgot, the leader of the town. You see Duncan has been passed out in a puddle of vomit and ale beside the
Aw.
bar. He's been captive for like 2 years. He needed a
No,
night.
like
He needed a
I
night.
feel bad. Like nobody picked him up. He's in his.
I don't.
They're just gonna sit on this side of the table where she can keep an eye on those two parties.
So
Nonchalantly, of course.
is Baxter a gnome?
Baxter is a halfling, madam.
So he's tiny.
He is small.
Okay,
He's small
so
to you, essentially. Little
she
bit small.
leans into the group and she's like, "He's a little like me."
Good observation. Yes.
I need to talk to him.
I'm not sure that's wise. What do you need to talk to him about?
Wise little like me.
Pretty sure it has something to do with being born that way.
I was definitely I was tabbed out. I was attempting to sit at a table alone, but you all joined me. All right.
Yep.
Carolyn, you have such good ideas, but your execution is so poor. You're like, I had this amazing idea, but I was muted the entire time.
Like you took the table with the best vantage point for me to like keep an eye on both of those parties without being like too far away from them, in case they decided to do something stupid. So you just chose the wrong table.
So you see the small man walk over and says, "You're a tall drink of water. You want to go back and get quenched in my room?" Yeah?
Excuse you.
No, I'm fine where I'm at. This is my tavern. I own it. I'm kind of a big deal around here. And he like shrugs his shoulders and he's like, yeah. I mean, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but
Too late.
trust me, we're all the same size when we're horizontal. You know what I mean?
Pretty sure that is not physically true.
You see,
I find
my character lay in the floor. She's
Oh,
like,
no.
oh, I didn't grow any.
Ah,
Statement is false, sir.
Ori was gonna say, I find that we're all the same size when we're ashes.
that's quite a bitter proposition. However, if you were to give me a night of your life, it might be worth it.
Should have stayed quiet. Phaedron like kind of smirks and is just totally happy that he's not.
Do the
fucking
scales go all the way up then?
Oh, what? She's gonna like look down at him and
down her nose.
and just be like, you couldn't handle it even if you wanted to.
Trust me, I've got some experience with fire and with women of temper. I'd be willing to die for the night.
She kind of like puts her hand out and just kind of like looking at it, and she's like, you might be willing to die for a few more words.
You remind me of my second wife. And he walks back over to Phaedron.
Oh god.
Now then.
She just cringes.
I understand we have some business to attend to. If you wish to do it in private, I'd completely understand.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to bring someone with me, you know, to show that I did my job.
Oh.
You know how it is.
Believe me, I have the ability to determine the quality of your labor.
Oh god. She's trying so hard not to punch him right now. She's trying really, really hard.
Now then, Starry tells me you've done some good work for us, so I'm entirely willing to overlook your size and armor for what surely is the tenderness beneath.
Oh dear god.
Shield bash. Bonus action, shield bash him.
Right? It's so tempting. But he's kind of like... Unfortunately, he is the big deal he says he is. Unlike, you know, other people we know.
And you see the older man behind him. Who says, please excuse my friend. He's enthusiastic.
That's putting it mildly.
They have half the height, twice the passion. Now then, my name is Sir Gotts. It's a hereditary title. I haven't earned it per se. I'm not a knight. I'm a simple merchant, an investor, a man who looks to the future, a man who wishes to reap the benefits of this fine land and the freedoms it provides for us. I understand you have done some small favor for my friend here. And he, like, grabs the halfling and tugs him behind him. Now then, if we could...
Phaedron nods appreciatively.
To business then. If you would accompany me to a private meeting room, we could speak more candidly.
Of course. would you mind if I brought my ward along with me?
Ah, yes, of course. I've heard quite a bit about this one. She appears to be pivotal to what we have planned.
And she, like, Phaedron, like, looks kind of, like, unsure at the other two. It's like, these two have been useful thus far.
Yes,
but...
bring your friends with you. They have helped you in retrieving this little treasure. And he reaches over and, like, puts his hand on Belinda's shoulder. Then I am certain they will prove useful in the future as well.
Oh, you were talking about me?
Oh. But yeah, Phaedron just kind of, like, looks at Zashira and Orpheus and is like, well, if you're interested, you're welcome to follow. And then she just, like, gets up and gets ready to follow Sergat, wherever.
Sergat. Actually, wait, no, he would go this way, sorry. My bad. My B. And he walks over to the staircase, and he stands at the top looking at you expectantly.
What?
As you walk by, Baxter, like, reaches out his hand, and he's like, if you reconsider my offer, it's always on the table, or on the bed, as it were.
Her shield is literally, like, blocking him from actually physically touching her the entire way she goes by.
I like a woman with some fight in her!
She keeps walking, doesn't respond.
Ah. One day you'll see. Half the height, twice the girth.
Oh,
Good
geez.
God.
Is this more or less like Baxter was? Is it familiar?
No, he wasn't like that.
No? Maybe
No, he
not.
wasn't.
Maybe not with Rosalind.
He wasn't like that with anybody, but he was when they were pretending. When she was trying to sneak out and stuff. Remember they had that
that's true.
one thing where he was making all the noise like they were having sex in another room so she
my
could
God.
get out and sneak around.
This place isn't creepy at all.
Good times.
I can't see anything. It's just white.
Scroll down.
White abyss.
Here
Yep,
you go.
all of it's... Oh, I see a circle, and it's still just a white
Can't
canvas.
we
Oh.
just fireball this now? Min to refresh because you were on a map.
Yeah, it's working fine for me.
Bum, bum. It's...
He may be a halfling, but he's hung like an owlbear.
Oh my god.
Poyas! I may not always agree with your decisions, but that was pure gold.
Am I supposed to see the whole map?
Did I enable dynamic lighting? Nope. I
Oh,
didn't.
I was gonna say if I mean I can see the whole map.
There
I
we
assumed it was,
go.
Like that way. Aw.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's nothing like really hidden here.
Alright,
Keep it after that.
I see things.
Do you see things? Yeah,
I
so
see things that go
Sergat walks to the east through a hallway. This way.
I was gonna say it's like I don't
Expecting you
see
to
hallway. There's literally a dynamic lighting wall right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hallway right there?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Wait, can you guys not see the hallway? Oh, there's a door, my bad.
No.
My B.
Okay. I'm like there's
My
there's
B,
something keeping you from
sistren,
going.
since you are not brethren because you have female parts. He leads you into a well-appointed room with basically a buffet across the east wall, loaded with various crockery, jugs, and containers filled with food and drink. There's a small serving table set just in front of it, and a large meeting table, a torch, and a sconce in the north and south walls, and he takes a seat at the large carved oak chairs at the head of the table, and he motions for you to sit before seating himself. You walk into the door. Dad, please. Oh, I don't know why. Like, I thought it was a good idea. I was like, Dad, maybe you should come watch me sometime. Worst idea.
No.
No.
Just
My
be
dad-
all like your dad.
No, my dad
Yeah.
got me into gaming. He supported, like, the geek culture in me. He nurtured it into the amazing GM I am today. Anyways, yeah. So he waits for you to be seated and seats himself, and he says, "Well then, Baxter will keep
These
for
torches?
the time." Yes, they're torches.
Awesome.
Baxter will keep for the time being. Phaedron, tell me about your journey. Tell me about the retrieval of our friend here. And he gestures at Belinda's character and he says, I need to know everything. There is great trouble in the local region, and I wish to see our people and our kind brought back to an area of safety, a lifestyle which will not engender fear and danger at every step.
She's
All right.
just
So
like,
do you want me to actually like detail everything?
I want
right
you.
now? Just kind of.
I want
will
you to
specifically
roleplay
mention-
Phaedron.
What?
I want you to roleplay Phaedron.
It's so hard to remember everything. Like, well, it was a bit of a longer job than intended. I sought out the gnome, and as you can see, I found her. She refused to leave without her owls, and because they were too young to fly. It's a long story. Ignore that. Recently, I got word that someone unknown to me was attempting to take her from us. So I went to gather reinforcements. That's where I bumped into. She points across the table to Orpheus. This is Orpheus, by the way. Don't leave flammable things near her.
She's like using control flame and just like playing with the torch fire.
Oh my
just,
God,
like, not
please.
Too
even.
late.
Please, Carolyn.
Like, never mind.
She's not burning anything. She's just playing with it.
Okay.
For now. It's like we got back and at the hovel, essentially, Felina had gone and we found 3 men with the uniforms of Felshroon. Is that how it's pronounced?
What?
Isn't like you told us what the white stag on green backfield was from, like Felshroon or something like that? Well, you didn't tell me who exactly it was, you just said where they were from.
They are known as the Vale Wardens.
Okay. So I'm just assuming that I know that then?
Yeah. You got it.
Alright, it's like we found the corpses of 3 Vale Wardens that had apparently come to try to take her. They did not succeed, but we did have to go and find her after she exploded her way through the forest.
After
And
she
with-
exploded her.
Well, it's essentially true. You said we saw like exploded shit like all the way as we were traveling, pretty much. We eventually retrieved her from a cave of. Well, they weren't all giants. Orcs and hill giants. Not sure how she got in. I'm fine we got out. And I guess that's probably as much detail as she would go into. She's not gonna like explain to him every fight they had, or that they fell into a bone pit. So
They fell. You know, we got her out. That's all that really matters, right?
Yep. And then we traveled back here, and I'm curious, what is the purpose of those? Did I recognize what type of mercenaries those were downstairs? Probably.
Downstairs? Oh yeah,
in the
they're
tavern.
they're known as the Brotherhood. They are a group of bounty hunters and essentially sellswords. Like, not even a
Okay.
mercenary company, just highly skilled specialists.
Oh,
who...
it's just some of them were called like. There was like the Crimson Mercenary dude, and then
Oh,
there was like the
those guys are
black...
upstairs. They were upstairs. Those guys?
Oh, I guess I didn't realize.
Yeah, there's the Crimson Caravan, who is a slave cartel out of Thay. And then there is the Black Marauders, who are out of Blackoblade, the nearest county to the south.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask him like if he knows like what is their purpose for being here.
He puts his hand on his forehead and he's like, well, with the mines closing recently with the activity from the giants and their kin,
It's closed.
I haven't had the wherewithal to keep the mercenaries and the bandits out of town. They have been circling, looking for leverage, a foothold into the town to take over. The Surgot Mining Company has been in dire straits recently. One of the reasons why I sought to retrieve our young friend here is to restore our fortune, to raise funds and security in the region.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific. You're talking about Philina, right? And she points to the gnome, like,
yes,
how?
The demolitionist. She has quite an affinity with magic that would be excellent for excavation, explosions, demolitions.
You see her nodding.
Yes, she
She's
does
like, I'm quite amazing at that.
Yes, yes, of course, my dear. The mines have been plagued by monsters, ogres and giants and their kin, and the mercenaries have come and offered their aid. They have come and said they could keep the town secure, and the townsfolk believe them. They believe that I am weak, that I have given up my power, that I have, as an old man, I simply don't have the fire left to protect them from the dangers of the world. It's not true. It's not true at all. I simply need a little bit of aid, and you have provided that for me.
I see. What is it that you wish of us now?
My mind, the mine I've opened, the most profitable of all of my veins of ore. It's been taken over. It's been invaded. My workers driven off. My overseers slain. If you could take our young friend here, clear out the disturbances, I could begin generating revenue once more. I could begin breathing life back into our town.
I'll do that. If you let my owls live here.
It's alright, we found the place for the owls.
Your owls? What? I haven't seen any owls. What do you...
Oh my... You have to come and see my family then.
Well, I
We
mean,
were...
technically he sees Hootley.
True.
Professor
Professor Hootley. He did not earn his
Professor-
PhD. Only to have you call him Hootley. He is Dr. Hootley.
Ooh!
Professor.
Professor.
Or Professor Hootley. Either one.
Okay. Phaedron will never call him Professor Hootley, I'll just put that out.
Oh my god. Phaedron, please.
He will correct you every time.
That's totally fine.
But yes, and she like points to her owl. She's like, I have family. They're my family. They've been with me my whole life, and so I brought them here, and now they're safe because I wasn't safe where I was before. And as long as you'll let me keep them here and keep them safe, I will help explode everything out of your minds.
It seems you have yourself a deal.
I have to build an owl habitat?
No,
No,
we found a
Fine
spot.
with- Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, yes.
But if you,
of
but
course
if
they
you
can
want
stay
to
here.
build one, that would be nice. And then she
Phaedron
like
just-
gives
Phaedron shakes her head.
like a look. How dare you?
See, it seems I have no choice.
No choice for what?
To provide a habitat for the owls?
Oh my god.
That's right.
Phaedron told him it's fine.
Phaedron told him they're fine. Crazy fucking gnome demolitionist told him owl habitat.
That's true.
Alright. He just nods and says, whatever aid I can provide you, I will attempt to do so. Just make haste to the mine.
Alright. Didn't really have any other plans today. May as well just go kill more things. Big things. Why is it always big things? Phaedron just starts
Ori,
walking out grumbling to herself.
Ori like turns to him and kind of like, do you, Do we need to clear out the ones downstairs?
She really wants to. She wants to so bad. No, wait. They were the ones that were upstairs,
just
right?
to clarify, you guys went down the stairs.
Yeah, so they're
Okay.
upstairs.
Okay, upstairs then.
He's distracted talking about wrestling in the chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
Olive oil wrestling, specifically, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
naked wrestling. Like actual like Greco-Roman wrestling, you had to tie your penis to your waist. Penis tie.
Great! Great.
All right, thank you. All right, yes,
I'm
now.
just saying, we're talking about historical things, not any vulgar, like...
Historical penises, come on.
historical penis tying. Belinda can back me
Do
up
I
on this, she
need-
knows. You had
Do
to
I
take
need
a
to
string,
incinerate?
you had to tie it around the tip of the penis and tie it around your waist.
Are you gonna
You
answer
actually
Carolyn's
did.
question?
Say what?
Are you gonna answer
Wait.
Carolyn's question?
Well,
Do I get to incinerate them?
the people... Who? Which
Upstairs.
people? The
She
ones
was asking
upstairs?
if- Yes. She was asking him if he needed us to clear them out.
No, they...
Adrian had already walked off, and so was neither.
Not yet. If we can reestablish control of the mines, it should be enough to let them know there's a new power in town.
Well, we can show them a new power.
Oh my god, Carolyn, please! Please stop trying to kill all my NPCs!
Michelle, don't trick the nice chat people.
Alright, so you guys head into the mines
Hold
of the
on.
plan?
No, she says, can I take a plate to go?
Certainly, avail yourself of whatever refreshments you require.
And she's like, makes a big plate, and she's eating as she walks out. Feeding
Oh, and as
little
a dramatic
bitches, too.
flare, she makes the torches like flare up as she leaves.
Whoosh. It's like fucking Wizard of Oz over here.
Yeah.
So you guys just literally heading to the mine?
Yeah.
To the plan?
Uh,
Alright.
Unless there's something else that we would be doing on the way out.
I mean, you could have talked to literally any of the enormous amount of
wait.
NPCs I seeded into the goddamn tavern!
I have a freaking.
There were so many
Carolyn still
NPCs
wants
there!
to do something. Oh,
I gave you
wait,
so many
Carolyn wants to talk to
handouts.
Cyril. You're the one who like asked, "Oh, are you going to the mine now?" And it's like, "Well, I didn't have specific NPCs to talk to on the way out. Carolyn did, but not me."
Am I going to rebuke MM? What is MM?
What?
What is MM? Is Min
Oh,
Maxer's MM?
he's talking about Melee Mage,
Oh, Melee Mage.
I think.
Or am I talking about... It could be Melee Mage or Min Maxers. Dad, use actual words. Please.
Eminem. Rebuke the Eminem.
Majora's Mask. Yes. Majora's Mask was an excellent Zelda game. However... Okay, so what are we doing, guys? Are we going back to the first floor of the tavern? Is that the plan?
Ask Carolyn.
Carolyn.
would like to.
Fucking... Insider.
Cyril's Free's literally going to whistle as soon as she like goes down the stair or up wherever the fuck.
Here we are. Here we are, boys and girls. Or I guess just girls? I don't know, whatever. Whatever
Yeah, I
you
was
are.
like,
The
what?
chat is boys.
Whatever you identify yourself as. I identify as an attack helicopter. So. You have triggered me.
As the what?
She's going this way around.
Oh,
So you see the young tousle-headed boy behind the counter bring a platter full of mead and victuals to the table. Before approaching Ori, he says, hey there, hey boss.
what the fuck?
You okay? Boss. Hey, hey, you alright? You okay?
Carolyn's dying now. She's
Hey.
officially dying.
Hey, Ori, are you alright? Is Tiamat still
Oh my
talking
God.
to you? Hey, are you okay? Did they hurt you? And like he reached out his hands, just like running them over her face and her chest. Like, hey, are you
I would not
alright?
be able to
No.
reach my face.
He jumps.
it's like instead of
You sound like the Joker. Like, what the...
Hey, are you alright? Yeah. I did good, right? Like, you went and you found the little gnome chick, right? Yeah?
Yes, Cyril.
Good, yeah. See, I told you if we get in with these Brotherhood folk, we're gonna know what really goes on in this town. And that Surgot guy, he's a sucker. He's ready to be rolled over.
He's also right behind me, Cyril.
He's old, though. He doesn't hear very well.
She's gonna, like almost awkwardly pat him on the head and just say, just keep your ear to the ground? Yeah.
Hey, is that...
Keep your ear to the
Are you
ground.
talking about my height? You know I'm sensitive about that.
Oh, and she's gonna be like, I brought a present for you. And
A present?
And she hands him one of the small topaz shards.
Oh, look at this. Oh, it's so nice. It's so beautiful.
look at her being all nice.
Ori
and
gave... Oh, I'm gonna polish this up. I'm gonna make it look real nice. Yeah.
God. How could you manage to choose such a creepy voice for that? I don't
know, it's really scary. Oh, jeez.
And then he just scampers back behind the bar, like, grinning from ear to ear.
I wanted him to be sassy, not creepy.
We don't always get what we want, Carolyn. We don't always get what we want.
like plot devices.
Yep! Like if somebody put a very important piece of magical equipment in a dungeon!
Maybe don't make it meltable.
Maybe don't fucking burn it with a firebolt!
This is one of
This
those
looks
circular arguments
important.
that's not gonna...
I'm going to try to
It
hit
was
it
a
with
cantrip.
fire. It was 20
It was a cantrip,
damage!
Byron.
Okay, Phaedron was just like waiting for Orpheus to get done, like after she saw that she stopped, and then just kept going once she came back over. Unless anybody else has anything to do in the tavern. Are we clear on the tavern? Does anybody want to booze? No? Man?
I'm arguing with Tiamat right now.
Yeah, so Cyril, sitting on the bar, polishing his topaz shard, a look of zealotry and adoration in his face as he does so.
Totally not creepy.
I'm just eating away at my food.
So after you guys eat, make merry, do
Just
whatever.
imagine you're carrying like a plate. Just like
Yeah, she sat down at an empty table and she's just like, wow, wow, wow.
So yeah, we're going to the mine.
Looks like
Never mind.
Talk to that shady guy in the lower left part of the bar.
it. Like, does he mean the? Is that Junda? Is that who was sitting over there?
Yeah, Junda and then Triskel.
The Red Wizard of Thay.
Yeah.
I'm not going over there. You crazy? Why would I want to go over
The
there?
giant
Do you
murder
see
monster.
the thing in front of them?
Yeah, seriously. The giant murder monster between you and them.
She might like stop and like wave her hand in front of his face, like just to see.
Yeah, it's completely stationary. No breath, no swaying. It is just like a goddamn statue, but you can tell it's alive. And the fat man and the red wizard is like propped back on their bench, drinking decanters of expensive wine.
I don't believe you, Lone Ranger. Alright, are we leaving?
Are you leaving?
I was gonna leave, but...
To the
if
mine!
if she doesn't see the rest of the people following her, she's gonna wait for them.
Okay.
Travel formation.
Yeah, travel formation.
So by the time you reach the mine, it is late afternoon. You travel up into the foothills, through the broken country and terrain, following the footpath leading up into the hillside of the nearby forest. And when you arrive, it is getting quite dim. However, I believe you should see, yes. To the north, there is a set of rails leading into a cavern. The path branches to the left, leading up further into the hillside. And you see in the light of a flickering flame a single ogre reclining on the tracks, a large hardwood club laying beside him, crates and mine carts scattered around the nearby area, and it appears to be sleeping.
Of course it does. No pile of hay that's drenched.
No
in
pile of
water.
hay, no barrel of wine, simply sleeping.
Well, come on, plate mail. Let's go.
Right. I'm not the only noisy one anymore, and I like point back at Zashira, who
Wait.
is
Why is he
Also-
with us?
Why is he with us?
it's a good. Sirgot is right
Oh,
there.
Sirgot's
Did you accidentally
good.
drag him with us?
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, well,
like,
I
calm
need,
down.
I need to make sure my mind is secure.
Have fun storming the castle.
And then she like kind of like Ori like steps forward and then she stops and like stops friggin' Phaedron, thank you. I don't know who I said thank you to. And kind of goes over and crouches down next to little gnome friend and points over to the ogre. I couldn't remember if it's an ogre or like a troll or
Okay, can we see the other one coming out right now? Because I totally see one.
I just loved the long drawn out. I don't even see one.
They're really far north.
Oh, now I see him. Okay.
Yeah, they're in the cavern to the north. The tracks are
I see.
leading up into the cavern, and you see several broken boxes and crates littered around with piles of ore and stone tumbling out of them, and as well as mine carts. And the ogre is basically just like laying across the tracks. He appears to be sleeping. You also hear the sound of shouted conversation from further inside the cave.
she
Like,
but, like
people
as she
type shouting
kneels-
or like angry ogre type shouting?
Like more coherent than ogres, and also a deeper and more. There's a deeper timbre to the voice, as well as a much louder register than an ogre.
orc.
Interesting.
No, orc would
I
be
don't know.
less.
I know. I was just
Carolyn, please.
shush.
Please.
So kneeling next to the gnome friend, she like whispers and points to the ogre and says want to make them go boom.
Phaedron just like puts a hand over her face, like, oh my god.
She just nods.
It's like, what have you done?
Are there any
Um,
carts on the track?
No, not that you can see. There is a cart. There are two carts in the field in front of the mine. One of them is upright. The other is tumbled onto its side with ore and stone in a heap next to it.
Okay.
Dad, please! We do not need firebolts!
I could reach him from here. I think.
You could! But he's prone! You have disadvantage. Please, Carolyn,
Lame.
use your brain!
I feel like that's dumb. I feel like if they're prone, I should have advantage because they're not moving and they're not.
Yeah, well, Carolyn, have you ever tried to shoot anything? Ever?
No,
In your life? Okay. Okay.
that wasn't with a bow and arrow. So no, not.
Well,
with
bow and arrow
anything.
counts.
Well, I haven't tried to shoot anything that was like lower to the ground though.
Oh, okay. Well.
Well, it's
Well.
difficult because it's laying on the ground, but it also is not moving, and a running target is harder to hit than a non-moving target.
Blend, please.
So if you could lob
Blend,
it,
please.
if you could lob an arrow or a bullet towards
How do I
something that
mute
is not
people in
moving
Skype?
and laying on the ground, boom, it would
Lob
work.
a bullet.
How do I mute people in Skype? How to do that?
Mute people in Skype. Oh. Mean.
Okay. What are we doing, guys? And gals, or just
Okay.
gals, whichever.
Well, Phaedron's waiting to, like... Or if you apparently had something important she wanted to try before I started walking, so I'm waiting
Yeah.
patiently.
Yeah, she was gonna go over to the. Oh, she already went over. She's going to say again to the gnome. You know that thing that you used on that the shiny rocks, topaz, whatever the fuck they were called. What if? What if you threw it in between those two?
The topaz?
No, the boom device.
Oh, the
boom
shatter.
device.
The boom shatter. If
Then
I
it,
did
then it would hit them
shatter-
like it hit me. I mean,
She could shatter this, which is full of, I'm assuming, explosive things.
no, don't you just
Correct.
have like out of character? This is out of character. Don't you have like?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they basically just be like grenades with like shrapnel in them, just like, well, like a grenade?
I have normal bombs, yeah.
Because isn't that what shatter is like? It's just an object that like.
Shatter
explodes.
is technically not even an
No.
object. It's just you point at an area and an explosion happens there.
Yeah.
But the way that I
Oh,
usually,
like-
the way that I usually
It's more like
flavor
it's
it,
more like a high frequency explosion than an
Yeah.
actual item.
the way I usually
explosion.
flavor it is like, you know, whatever crystals and blah blah blah. Like,
Right. Shatter is literally, there is nothing like, say, chandeliers hanging by a chain. You can shatter the chain to cause the chandelier to fall. But I've just kind of customized mine with Byron to be all owl type stuff. So that's why my
every
shatter
spell is
is
owl.
a quote unquote bomb. But that's what I'm asking Byron. Is this that's in between the two of them full of explosive items?
No, it's full of. I mean, it's full of like metal and stone, but not explosive.
Okay.
It's not like gunpowder.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's in this mine.
Why can we not have nice things? We just can't have nice things.
What would you guys like me to do? So I have.
I was trying to be not too metagaming about it.
I was gonna say
but-
it. Or if you asked your character a question and your character can do what she wants, Phaedron is not gonna
know.
try to stop that.
Yeah.
See, I don't have anything to really like. I could do one that would throw both of them to the side, being that it's like a shockwave.
Isn't that like? Are you talking about Thunderwave? Because you would have to be really
Yes.
close to them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to be like right next to them. I
Yeah.
just thought shatter
Yeah.
would be an easier one because it's like I don't know the distance of it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty far. Not as-
Probably 60.
Shatter. Hold on, it's a second.
I would guess 30 or 60. It's not one of the 120.
Shatter 60.
Yeah.
But I also have. I don't know what this is because it's got. Okay, it's like. It says Melfs. I know Carolyn, you
Minute
have it.
meteors.
Minute meteors.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that too.
Okay.
But they have to be like within 5 feet of each other if you wanted to hit them both with one. And they're not, if that's what you were thinking. But I
Right, you can
also
send
have
2 of them
something
out.
that I might want to do before we actually get in there.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Whoa, is she just running up there? Please don't.
Oh yeah, get in there,
Michelle,
Michelle. Get in there,
No,
Michelle.
no, please don't. No, no, no.
Life clerics
If
make the
Adrian's
best
just like-
tanks.
No, no, no. Now you made me do it. You made me do it.
Oh. Fireball.
I
Oh,
look
boy.
back to the group and say, guys, it's this way.
Ping the point where you want the fireball to go.
I found.
Right there. Right in
Right where?
between them.
Ping. I can't see
Actually,
your
no.
ping.
Right there.
Okay,
She was pinging. Yeah.
it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Some goddamn
think-
bullshit.
But yeah, Phaedron was literally like watching Zash like keep walking slowly that way out of the corner of her eye while these two were discussing, and it's like,
And then like Ori sees that and it's like fuck, and then just like shoots it.
pew pew pew.
Perfect. Yeah, so that's where it goes. And everybody in that area needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And since they are incapacitated, the majority of them, they automatically fail. However, one is awake. Good job.
I was about to say, you're probably more adept for something like this than she is.
Because I didn't know how many people were in there.
Oh
So
boy,
I just
now
like-
you
Pretty sure
will.
you hit more.
Now you will. Don't you worry.
Like, when I see her fire it off, can I, like, start moving up towards where Michelle is?
Oh,
Or
no,
can
no, no. We're going to go
Okay.
directly into initiative order.
I thought so.
Dexterity saving throw coming in. He's not
Now the
good.
question is,
Takes
do the
31
rest of us-
damage. Bad
the
news
rest
for
of us
everyone
get a
involved.
surprise round.
I mean, that was the surprise round.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not everyone. Okay. Sadness.
Jeez. Okay, 31 damage. Dead. Dead.
Loving it.
All right.
Not dead. Not even remotely close to dead because ogres tons of hit points.
Bag O hit points.
That's it. That's all they have. All they have is hit points.
So, like, Phaedron calls out to Zashiro. She's like, "You might want to come back now, just as a precaution."
And we should be
I say,
rolling
I'm
initiative.
Good. I'm good.
Peoples,
Good here.
roll them initiatives.
I'm totally good up here, guys. No worries. Wow.
What? I'm freaking clicked on my character. Did it take it?
He just told us to like clear out the caves, right? He didn't
Oh.
say to save anyone, right?
No,
He
said-
didn't
Oh my
say.
God, Carolyn.
He didn't say to save anyone. Carolyn, I'm glad you're embracing this whole like morality gray concept.
Oh.
Did it take it? Okay. That was driving me nuts. I had it clicked on my character, and even the little circles were up, and it still was saying no characters found for quote unquote selected.
It's weird.
Like, what else does selected mean? So, anyways.
What's your initiative?
Who's?
11 or 13 or
the
10?
first roll was actually a
10?
10.
Okay,
See,
we'll
the
go with
first one was a 10,
we'll go with 10.
and then a 13, then an 11. I mean,
We'll go with 10. It's fine.
anyways.
I like how randomly one of them ended up being these.
One of them should be.
What is
That's
Orpheur's
a hooch
dexterity
is.
modifier?
+2, I believe. Yeah.
You
Okay.
need to take Professor Hootley off there.
Yeah. Hootley,
He's
please.
13.
Okay.
He wants in so bad.
He does.
It's like, I see a token on initiative that I don't see visibly. This concerns me.
Okay, so charging out of the cave.
Yep.
Yep. You see a large gray-skinned humanoid carrying.
The fuck is that?
He's huge.
Oh yeah, he is. He's actually huge. Carrying an
He's
enormous
giant.
club made out of a tree trunk wrapped in uncured leather hides. You also see, in a pouch slung across his back, enormous granite boulders chiseled and polished into a fairly a fairly spherical shape, from which he pulls an enormous chunk of rock and hurls
Really?
it directly at
Oh, no.
Zashiria.
I can't shatter that while he's throwing it, can I?
Does a
No.
14 hit Zashiria?
Unless it's a magical rock, in which I could maybe.
Answer should be
counterspell.
new. Michelle?
No. She should have at least like a
My
17.
AC is-
Oh,
AC is what?
wait.
She's
You didn't.
good.
You didn't tell her about the shield thing, Byron.
What shield thing?
You what?
The can't cast with the shield thing. That was discussed earlier.
Oh yeah, you can't
She
cast with
asked you
shield.
about it on Michelle's behalf.
Yeah. If you have to have at least one hand free to cast a spell. For whatever it's
Okay.
worth. So.
What am I Okay, I'm gonna get rid of my shield. 1 second.
Okay. Does a 25 hit Zashiria?
Yes,
sure
my
that's
AC is 17.
Yeah, so as he ranges in on you, the first boulder tumbles short and skids across the ground, knocking over the other minecart. However, he realizes the distance, adjusts his aim, and he lobs another boulder at you. Holy moly, make a strength save.
Uh-oh.
As an enormous granite boulder
Wow.
crushes into your body.
It's a nice strength save, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you manage to shift your weight and the boulder passes by you, only glancing off of your hip. But that single blow deals 23 damage as a enormous blood bruise blossoms in your hip and you feel your entire lower body stiffening as the trauma collapses the nerves and causes you to have a decreased sense of mobility and sensitivity in your legs.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I say, guys, I'm never gonna wear a bikini again.
Oh my god, please. Ori's turn.
Don't encourage it. No. Bad Michelle.
I love it.
Ori's turn.
Oh,
Get in there.
Anyways, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
There's one.
The 22 hits. For 13 damage.
There's two.
Why are we casting 2 Scorch? Oh, yeah, because, yeah.
Yeah,
There's 3.
Yeah.
There's 4.
The first 2 hit, the third one. So your first 2 beams of brilliant fire streak through the dusky light of twilight, drilling into the creature's body, carving huge swaths of bubbling flesh out of its stony skin for a total of 28 damage. However, the last one, he crouches down and deflects your blow, or your firebolt, off of his club, and it ricochets into the ceiling, leaving a trail of molten slag dripping down onto the cave floor. Do you have any other actions this round? No?
Nope.
Okay. Belinda's turn.
Actually, wait.
What?
I'm gonna move right there.
Okay. Belinda's turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast what she calls Swarm of Booms.
Swarm of Bones!
And she's going to push the first 2 just at him.
Okay. Make another roll for the damage.
Oh, what's the damage? Hold on.
Just cast a spell again.
2d6. Oh, cast the spell again?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's for the damage.
Yep.
I gotcha.
There you go.
Damn it.
Okay, so the first one, again, as your mechanical owl comes soaring in out of the darkness, he bats it aside with his enormous club, sending it into the nearby cave wall, but he still gets wounded by the blast. And the second, as he's concentrating on the first, flies in cleanly and impacts his shin, blowing a smoking crater in his flesh for a total of 7 damage. Do you have any other actions?
What did you roll?
I rolled 2 dexterity saving throws.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Sorry. No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Phaedron's turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna have to dash and try to actually get somewhere useful. Tank in the back, guys. Tanks in the back. This is why you don't pull the mobs. 5, 6.
Get in there.
Sorry, what are these terms?
Are we playing an MMO? I thought we were playing D&D.
Love you.
Yeah.
This is as far as I can get, so.
You could
Where's
double
Michelle?
move,
I
right?
don't actually.
Or did you double
that
move?
was my double
Oh,
move.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like I just moved 12 squares to get me there.
Okay.
No.
It's the
Where's
Shuria's
Michelle's
turn.
character? I don't actually see her.
Where's
Oh
her?
wait, now I can see her. Okay.
Yeah. It's now Zashiria's turn.
Okay, I'm going to, on the big guy, I'm going to...
If you cast
Yes,
Calm Emotions, Michelle, I swear to God. swear to God, Michelle, I will end your life.
Oh, banishment. That's a
Okay.
nice one.
Yes.
Isn't that a charisma save? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. The most charismatic
Yes,
giant in the world.
I thought that was Rock. Are you
Rock-
telling me he's more charismatic than Rock?
No, he's definitely not more charismatic than Rock. Rock is a fucking...
Okay. I was gonna say, Rock is like King Charisma. Oh, nice. Whoosh.
Alright, so you see the creature, like, spiraling, motes of his physical form, disappearing and swirling into a maelstrom that disappears into a single dot. It implodes, and the creature disappears into the ether.
I approve. I greatly approve.
Zashira's like, yay!
However,
It kind of just like blinks. Like,
out of the darkness of the cave charge 2 ogres.
maybe I shouldn't have gone this far forward. Hey, at least it would be really hard for them to move past me.
Who are wielding, instead of the normal ill-equipped like tree trunk clubs and whatever else, they're actually holding enormous battle axes with steel heads polished to a high shine, gleaming with wicked intent.
Damn it, Duncan.
Right? It's not blame Duncan.
Hey, he might have made them.
Yeah, so as they both swing at you, you manage to deflect their blows with your shield and flail. Maintaining an expert defense as they press in upon you, their reeking bulk, towering over you in the dim light of twilight. And it is now Orifur's turn.
Well, I mean, shit. She's kind of actually a little bit impressed.
Yeah.
She's like, well, he's gone. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? How big are the, Oh, they're large creatures.
They're bigger than me?
They are large creatures.
Firebolt!
Firebolt! Yeah, so with your 11 on the ogre, your firebolt sears past Phaedron's shoulder, narrowly missing her, burning into the chest of the lead ogre for 11 fire
Really?
damage. Oh yeah.
Oh.
These are ogres. Yeah, its enormous flabby bulk, unable to dodge out of the way of your firebolts. You see a single smoking crater burn its way into his chest, the blackened edges glowing red hot as it shrieks in pain. Other actions?
Nope.
Okay. Belinda.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what the phantasmal force... Like, it's kind of vague.
Yeah.
That's the one that just like makes them. Is that the one that makes them see nightmares, or?
Yeah, it says you craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of the creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw.
I have to let you know, these are very intelligent ogres.
Clearly.
Okay.
Clearly.
On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phantom of your choice that is no larger than 10 feet. Than a 10-foot cube, and that is perceived only to the target for a duration. This is super vague. So
I was
will
gonna
it
say,
attack?
isn't that the one that it's like, if you create a creature, then it will act as that creature would, and the thing will believe it enough
Correct.
that it will actually do
You
damage to it.
You are planting an illusion in its mind that it believes is completely real. Whatever that illusion happens to be. Patty uses it in a very OP way because Patty's a smart guy. But
Would I know what ogres would be afraid of?
giant
Given that
owls,
I live near
probably.
them?
I mean,
Let's
Giant
do
owls,
that.
clearly.
Okay, so one, can I push 2 more of the swarm to
yes, as a
them
bonus action,
and
you can
cast-
use your swarm of booms.
Okay. Okay, so which one do I do first?
Create a horny halfling who will not take no for an answer.
No, that would be what she did if she
That
was
is what
trying to cast it
Phaedron
on
is afraid
me.
of. Yes.
So which one do I do first?
Either one. You can use your bonus
Doesn't
action
matter.
first or your other action. I would suggest using your bonus action first.
Okay, so do I just roll 2 more for that one? Or,
Oh, for the damage.
yeah,
So
yes?
Yes, 2 more for the damage. You failed both. Yep.
9.
I assume you're doing damage to both of them, right?
Yes, that 1 for each one.
Yep. Fail, 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 and fail. Perfect. Yeah. So a total of 16
so
damage.
She was like placing it like right there, right?
Yeah. I assume it's going to be in a place that will save Phaedron and hurt both of them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so your tiny owls rocket in, exploding as they reach their terminus, sending shards of shrapnel and fire into the ogre's flesh, burning, bubbling shrapnel wounds into their bodies. The one appears to be spurting blood from a femoral artery tear, as well as a massive wound into its abdomen that is leaking viscera and blood. The other one appears to be in better shape, but is still extremely damaged from intense burns all over its body from Carolyn's fireball, as well as the Melf's minute meteors cast by Belinda.
Okay. And then there's my other one. And if it works,
Which one are you targeting?
which one's not that damaged?
The one's not damaged to the
I
left.
didn't hit the one on the left.
Yeah.
You hit the one on the left?
No, the one on the left is less damaged.
Okay, so she's going after this one. And if it does work, she's creating a giant ghostly owl that is taunting it, hooting spookily.
Make sure it
at-
like attacks with its talons too. Like it's an
Yes.
angry owl. It's a pissed
like,
off owl.
yeah. So it's like floating, but then it's like, kicking wildly at, yes, at
Does the owl, like,
ogre.
Does the owl like hold it in place?
Was it 10?
That
It's
was
a
its
10.
illusion.
Is it a 10-foot cube or a 15-foot cube?
10-foot
Okay,
cube.
there we go.
10-foot cube. It can't. It's not like the phantom can move around, like all the way around wherever it wants. It has to be within that 10-foot cube. From what I understood.
I
Yes.
think it's allowed to move around. It just can't be any bigger than the 10-foot cube. Because it acts like a creature would.
Okay, then yes. He swoops in out of nowhere, attacking the ogre.
Okay.
I'm trying to distract the stronger one so that maybe she could take out the
And he's making
non-strong one.
intellect save or intelligence save. Yes. Yes. Those intelligent ogres. So it is
Oh my God,
completely
it's
buying,
amazing.
the giant ghost owl that is harassing it, slashing with its talons, hooting at it.
That's right.
Yeah. So roll. It takes 4 psychic damage. As you see it turn away from Phaedron and begin like swinging its club and batting in the air behind it, like stop, big feather thing. Very freaked out. Any other actions for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Phaedron's turn.
Alright, so let's see, that one is clearly distracted by something. I'm gonna focus on the one that's still facing me. And shield bash.
Uh-oh. Okay. So you're shield bashing the ogre, the one left or the one on the right?
The one on the right, the one
Okay.
that's not distracted.
Okay. The one on the right. Yeah, as you slam your shield into it, it surges forward, throwing its shoulder into your shield, pushing you back briefly before you regain your ground.
Why do we keep... Everything is so much bigger than me! Alright, and then so I'm just gonna attack it.
Okay.
With a crit.
Yeah, so like, as it... No, stop.
Oh, okay. I didn't
As
realize
it,
was that
as it
one.
like, shoulders into your shield, it stumbles and falls to the ground, and you let it pass by, slamming the butt of your flail into the base of its skull and crushing its spinal cord. It slides a few feet down the hill into a crumpled heap and fails to rise. And I assume you turned your flail on the other one, being harried
yes.
by the imaginary owl. And as it is attempting to fend that ghostly owl off, you crush the head of your flail into the back of its skull, caving in its cranium, crushing its brain, and it falls to the ground a nerveless heap of blubbery flesh.
She kind of just like looks at them both and it's like, that was easier than I expected. And she's like, well done. Just calls back behind her. Oh, Owl going away.
Yep, owl's gone. Goodbye,
So
Owlie.
now we have the problem of within a minute that thing is gonna come back. So
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
do we have her end it prematurely so that we can kill it, or try to get past and then? Because Phaedra's gonna turn and like ask like, how long?
How long what?
She's asking Zashira how long that the
Oh, let me
big
see.
one's gonna be gone. Well, I know it's a minute, but I don't know how many rounds it's been, and Phaedron wouldn't know it's a minute. So, does anyone know how many rounds it's been? Because I don't.
It's been actual 1 round since you cast banishment.
Okay, so we have
Nice.
approximately 9 rounds to either run past or bring it back.
Kono says the spell ends, it's gone forever, but I'm not sure that's true.
No, that only works if
it's not
they're actually
native?
from a different plane.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Because if they're from a different plane, it gets sent to its home plane and then gets stuck there after a minute. If it's not from there, then it comes back where it left.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Boom!
I was closely examining that spell for a character at one point. So Phaedron's like, come on, opinions. It's like,
Zash says, I think the best course of action is just to run through right now.
yeah, but then he'll be here on our way out, and we don't know what's in there.
I say,
We
it's
may
okay,
be- We'll what?
we'll take care of it. Let's go.
And
And then she like runs forward.
Oh my
Here we go.
gosh. Where's Red?
I don't know. Carolyn.
As soon as you guys wander through, with a pop of expanding air, the creature reappears.
Oh, come on, you're saying it takes us a full minute to run through.
I mean, like, you guys are, like, hopping up there. Yeah. Dude comes back into
I turn
existence.
around.
It is now Zashira's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Banishment.
Oh my god, please. Please.
She really, really doesn't want to fight him.
Please stop. Yeah, and away it goes.
I turn to the group and I say, come on, Slowpokes, before he comes
God.
back.
Okay, guys. We should end here for that.
Alright, we should.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
Like,
like
if
11.
that's what it is, we should end it for that.
It's like, if that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, if you guys just keep banishing my goddamn threats. Carolyn, are you here? Carolyn?
No, it shows her as hung up.
Okay.
Hey, sorry. Okay, back.
There she is.
What am I doing?
Oh, we're stopping
Yo,
because Michelle banished it again.
yeah, let me talk to Candy Bandit. Candy Bandit, like, you'll find a group that is accepting of new players, like Carolyn, for example. Brand new
I
player.
got really lucky.
Brand new player when we started. Never played D&D before. Got into a good group, aka my group. And she has flourished into an excellent D&D player. Belinda, when I first met her, never played D&D before, has become an amazing D&D player. Kayla doesn't have really much experience with D&D, right? Like, actual
It's like,
D&D?
does building a lot of characters
No,
count as
this does not
experience?
count.
Then I don't know. I've probably played like maybe 10 sessions combined across like 7 different games. I don't know.
So, like,
Like
one of the things
game
about our
per group.
community is that, in general, like, D&D has not been socially accepted by mainstream culture. So, like, in general, the people who play D&D are going to be very polarized into one of two camps. The one is going to be the elitists, who are like, you need to know, like, every rule and, like, make sure you maximize every round of combat and whatever. And the other group is people who are very accepting, who are trying to bring more people into this culture, who are trying to build up a community of players who enjoy doing what we do. So don't be afraid of being new. Just be honest with your level of experience, be honest with your level of understanding of the game, and there will be people who will want to help you, who will want to bring you into this culture that we all enjoy together. So that's my advice. But I mean, to be honest, like, Original GM is in the chat. He got me started, it's my dad, he started me playing RPGs when I was 6. So it's been a while since I felt really new about D&D, or about, you know, RPGs in general. Any case, welcome to the community. I hope you stay with us. I hope that you find a group that will be accepting of your status and will help educate you and bring you up and build good memories with you. So, that all being said, let's go ahead and do the campaign wrap-up for the night. Belinda, what was the highlight for you tonight as gnome demolitionist?
Making the owl. Making the giant ass owl.
Making the giant illusion owl. Anon Lone
Yes.
Ranger, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to Empire. Hope you're going to stay with us. Get a warm welcome in chat for Anon Lone Ranger.
Welcome.
So yeah, that was the highlight. Was probably moving the family, and then oh yeah, the big ass owl. That was
Candy Bandit!
perfect, so.
Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Empire. Hope you're going to stay with us. If you have any questions, feel free to contact anybody in my chat, myself, whatever. We're more than happy to help you out. We just want to see this community grow, be healthy, you know, be supportive of each other. That's what we want. So, for sure. Giant illusion owl squawking away at the ogre.
Is Candy Bandit the one that you were talking to earlier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Also, if a group does not accept you for being new, they're not the right group anyways.
For sure.
They suck. You will get into a good one, become an amazing player, and then they'll all be jelly. And that's cool.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Alright. Some questions for Jadist, aka Kayla. What was the highlight for Phaedron? Phaedron had a lot of impact on this session, so what was the highlight for her, and what are you looking forward to next week?
I don't know. I really liked going to the manor and just kind of like that first interaction, and just like I got to do a lot of RP tonight, which is weird because I don't usually get to RP much. Like it's like, wait, I actually have to say things. What is this? But that was fun, and of course, interacting with the party is always really fun. And I got to smash more things, which is of course always excellent. Lots of things. I did a shit ton of damage, or at least I feel like I did, so I'm gonna claim it. Top in the DPS charts, guys. Look at my sweet deeps. No.
Right? My sweet one-handed deeps.
So yeah, there was just a lot of fun parts, but I think my favorite might have been checking out the manor and having like a nice little camping experience with my new, well, my new friends. Phaedron's not so sure about the friends part, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that was the only question, right? Or is there like, what are you looking forward to next week? Is that still on the questions?
Yeah, that's the last question.
Okay. Next week I'm interested to see what's in this mine. I'm interested to see what's going to happen after we clear the mine. It's like, come on, Surgat. Pull your own weight. He promised good things would happen if we helped him out, so let's see what he's got.
Oh, good old Surgat. I offered him, I was like, hey, if you want to voice Surgat, I'd be more than happy to bring it on Skype. But you know, he's like 12 or 13, you know, like whatever.
That's seriously, how old is he actually?
I think he's actually 17 or 18. But I mean, like once you get below 20, it's all the same to me. Like it's basically like whatever.
Young whippersnappers.
Yeah, get off my lawn! Yeah. Alright, so Michelle, same questions for you.
Taking up your shit.
What was the highlight for Zashiria tonight, and what are you looking forward to next session?
The highlight for Zashira was meeting all of the characters. I've never banished anyone before. That was pretty cool. I was
Pretty
surprised.
fucking strong, because nobody has high charisma. No one.
Well,
I have high
spellcasters. Some spellcasters, but that's about it.
Yeah, I've never banished anyone. I was very shocked at how easy it was. That was pretty awesome. Next session, I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside this mining cave. Hopefully more banishing to come.
Well, your favorite banishing friend is going to come back soon, so I'm sure
I've got more in my pocket.
It's just, I can't imagine, like, there's not much more trolly to a DM than, like, aha, my giant threat is coming back, banishment. Perfect. Alright, well, you guys have a minute to do whatever you want to do. It's back, banishment. Alright, well, I suppose...
It's like playing a blue deck.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like playing a blue deck in Magic. It's like, oh, you thought you were going to do something? No.
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 Counterspell.
Alright, and last but not least, Carolyn, highlight for Ori tonight, and what are you looking forward to next session?
Highlight for Ori would probably be...
The armor? It was the armor, wasn't it?
Uh,
Oh no, we're losing Carolyn.
So what? I said Carolyn.
No, she's frozen.
Oh, Carolyn, please. Carolyn, get your fucking sister off of the Netflix or the Hulu or whatever.
sorry, my Wi-Fi hiccuped.
We
I
noticed.
said, just go slap your fucking sister, get her off the Hulu.
Yeah, but the highlight was probably Cyril. Just like I
Creepy
was not
Cyril.
expecting that. And just kind of like, I guess, actually being useful in a fight is nice. So I'm actually surprised I'm hitting on most of those firebolts. Like, that was actually really shocking. That wand of the War Mage probably helped a lot.
Right.
Yeah, and then looking forward to next week, getting some more money.
Getting the monies. Yo, so I
Building our horde.
so very
Speaking of which, I
personally.
actually,
Go ahead.
sorry.
That's fine.
Oh, I have, just like, not everybody jump off the call after this because I still have the party loot that we probably like divvied up at some point, but I didn't want to break up the stuff.
No, it's fine. Like,
Continue.
no, for me personally as the DM, like, tonight was a really good session for me. Like, I was looking forward to it all week. Did so much prep for it. Got my fucking music on point. Got my handouts on point. Got it. So there's a ton to explore in the town. There's a ton to explore in nearby areas. Looking forward to the party being able to dig deeper into the stories surrounding this area, surrounding each of their characters' backgrounds, and build their influence and their presence in the world around them. So I'm really looking forward to that. Just being able to DM this game has been great for me. Like, all my players are amazing, just enthusiastic, just right in the role playing, good tactical decisions of working together. It's like a dream party for me. It's amazing. So really enjoyed it. It's been uplifting and energizing. It's not something I have to ever feel like I have to do. I look forward to doing it. So just thanks to my community for being here. Thanks to all my players for being on time, being prepared for the most part. Michelle. But no, like, honestly, this has just been a great experience for me, and I feel very thankful for having the opportunity to do so. I will now close the poll. And Carolyn wins!
What?
Hey!
Yeah, Carolyn, I don't know how, but Carolyn wins.
They love the fire.
Right? So Carolyn picks up an extra inspiration for next session. I don't know if anybody actually used inspiration this section, but...
No,
Nope.
I didn't really make that many saves. I mean, I could have used it on hits, but I've been doing mostly okay on those too.
Yeah, Carolyn and Belinda should both have 2 moving in the next session. I think everybody else should have 1. But again, great job tonight, guys / gals, whatever. Great job tonight, gals. Female players. But I had a great time. Thanks to Kono, like big thanks to Kono for helping with my sync
Yeah, that
issues.
was amazing.
Yes.
Super clever.
It was just like, it's like, you know, when you go to a chiropractor or whatever, it's like, oh, I've had this headache for like 3 days, and you just like click one vertebrae into place and you're fine. That's what it felt like. It was just one tiny thing. Kono diagnosed and fucking treated. Issue over. So I really appreciate that. And as always, thanks to my players, thanks to my community. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here doing this. So just very thankful to be able to do what I do. But that's all for tonight. Tomorrow night we have Prince of the Apocalypse, where the party has found their way all the way into the Temple of the Crashing Wave, and we're going to see what happens with them on their way out, if they get out. And then following on Monday night is going to be the Ravenloft campaign with Dave, Ray, Patty, and Jason. So again, thanks for being here tonight, guys, and that's all. So we're going to sign off, say good night, women's, ladies.
Good night.
Bye.